You guys had heard a rumor back in Novozon of some dwarves smuggling adamantine through a smaller port to the southeast called Jahaka. But being a bit of a hard to get to port with Kitcher's teeth and all of that, most sailors wouldn't take you down there. But an old friend of yours, Captain Silver Sylvanus, was willing to accept your coin to ply the waterways. And as you headed down along the coast, making good time, you did find that one ship, not yours, but a different ship, was not quite so successful. It had wrecked itself upon one of the teeth. You decided to investigate and found that the crew had disappeared and that were kind of prowling the area. Inside, you found some loot and made a friend in a large, gigantic awakened crab named Barnacle Bess. Eventually, you cleared the ship and have returned to your vessel and have begun again your journey towards Jahaka. 6 days remaining in it.
All right, well then I guess we'll just sit back and wait. And the 6 days if nothing happens, right? River?
Uh, I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm likely not going to cause something to happen in those 6 days. But I'll continue taking care of everyone's food with good berry.
Okay. Well, aboard that wreck, you guys did find a magic dagger, an
That was
artifact.
totally not sinister and evil. It's just a very normal magic dagger.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the super normal dagger.
So, who's currently holding Death Twist?
I believe that was
Rogue.
Ruffles, wasn't it, right?
Yeah, I believe the rogue is, or the Ruffles is holding it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys continue on your journey. A day, two, three pass uneventfully. The days are hot, the morning's foggy, but the ship just creaks on and on. But during the fourth day, when you guys are presumably below decks, just kind of hanging out, waiting for the travel to be done, the dagger in, I forget his character's name, Ruffles' possession.
Mr. Grimm?
Mr. Grimm, yes. Reacts as a ghostly figure reappears. Like right in the middle of the table, you guys are all sitting around. And you should roll initiative.
Oh.
Is Connie going to roll initiative? Ah,
Yep.
there it is.
Sorry. Yeah, and I need to also.
All right, River. So there's a sudden appearance of this ghost. Do you have anything that prevents surprise?
The alert feat.
That helps, yes. Well, what do you want to do on your turn then?
Ghosts are bad.
Yes.
I'm going to put some distance between me and it and shoot it from across the room.
Okay. Well, it's going to take its attack of opportunity against you then.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think that hits you.
I don't think it does. But let's go gambling. I have multi-attacks. I need to do 2 of these. $12 and 21 to hit.
2 hits.
Uh, plus 32, and I'll throw favorite foe on it, which I think is only once per turn. First time I hit a marked enemy on my turn. 49 non-magical piercing.
All right. Well, it does not appear to be particularly effective, though you do manage to bloody the ghost.
That is my turn.
All right. Connie, do you have anything that prevents surprise? Or
I am
Ang, that's right.
surprised. And, yep.
All right. Giuseppe, do you have anything that prevents surprise?
Giuseppe does. Where's it at? Where is it at? Feet. Yes, Giuseppe does have the alert feat.
Excellent. What would you like to do on your turn? This ghost has appeared right in the middle of the table you were all sitting around talking.
Okay, how close is it to me?
In melee.
Oh, well, poor ghost. Is it in melee with someone else? Or just me?
Yes, it is also in melee with Ang.
Oh, poor ghost.
Well, of course a ghost is poor. It can't even hold its coin purse.
That hits.
Okay. Okay, this is an undead, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. $18 points of radiant magical piercing damage.
All right, the ghost is looking to be near death.
I am.
All right. Well, the ghost is going to face Ang and attempt to possess you. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
He's gonna attempt to possess me.
Uh-huh.
Magic can't put me to sleep. Advantage on saves versus charmed. This is not.
This is not either of those, no.
Say charisma.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, you hit me where it hurts.
Oof.
Oof.
So the ghost flies into you. There's a brief moment of fight where you try to maintain control of yourself. But now you find yourself just being a passenger and your body's moving on its own.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
But all that happens to me.
All that happens to you, that is all that happens to you. It is then going to move your body and puppet it right up into melee with River. This would provoke an attack of opportunity from Giuseppe if he wants to take it against Ong.
Wait, Ong? You can hit Ong. He's possessed, right?
Well, you
Yes.
saw the ghost go into him, and his eyes are glowing with this ethereal light.
Either needs an exorcist or some other
And I
fix
missed.
for that.
As you miss, Ong runs up into melee with River, and that is all that he can do. River.
Just offhand knowledge. How do you fix possession? Just beat the crap out of the person or call a cleric or something?
Make an Arcana check.
I am the cleric. I'm a life domain cleric that's possessed by an undead. This is
You have no idea.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm going to step over near Giuseppe and
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna.
that sounds like it provokes an attack of opportunity if you're moving away from him.
Sounds like it would.
Reaches out, tries to hit you. I think you miss, though.
Just by a little bit.
Uh-huh. As you get over to Giuseppe.
And let's go gambling. Gonna beat the crap out of Ong, and we'll call it treatment. One shot. Does a 21 hit Ong?
Ong, what's your AC?
16. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it hits.
Then does my favored foe still apply because it's targeting the ghost possessing Ong, or would it
No.
have to? Does an 18 knock out Ong?
All right, Ong, you take 18 points of damage.
Great.
How you looking?
That's a good question because my sheet's still not working. So how would I roll my new HP? Is there a way to roll it instead?
No, we were using fixed values.
Fucker.
So, what's your Constitution modifier?
Constitution's +2,
Okay.
and I'm cleric, level 1 cleric, wizard, level 3.
Which one are you taking a level in this time?
The next one will be through wizard.
Well, you should be level 5.
Oh.
Like, you should have 5 levels total.
Yeah, that was as of last session, I think.
What did you take first, wizard or cleric?
Cleric first. I took 1 level of cleric and then the rest wizard. I took it for the spells.
Right, so you would get max at first level, and then...
The average of a D6 would be 4. Every level after that, so that'd be 6 times 4.
So you should have 30 as a maximum hit points.
Okay.
So you're bloodied.
I am bloodied for sure.
Yeah. River? Anything else on your turn?
I'm going to shoot him again.
Okay.
I don't have another idea, and the ghost is eating his soul or something. That doesn't go well.
Nope, you shoot the table.
Alright. Bonus action. I'm gonna yell for my dragon to get his boots. And the Drake is going to try and grapple Ong.
All right. Ong, do you have better athletics or acrobatics?
I have better.
And what size?
acrobatics.
Okay. And what size is the Drake?
I think he's still a small.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he is disadvantaged then.
Hmm.
And On, can you give me an acrobatics check with advantage?
Beat a 4. I dare you.
Fuck.
Oh, there's actually a chance that would work? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a flat roll for me.
Yeah, he's a backliner.
Correct.
All right, well, you dodge it. Anything else in your turn, River?
That is it for me.
All right. Let's see. Unfortunately, Yang, there's nothing you can do on your turn because you are possessed. Giuseppe.
I am going to
Punch me in the face.
punch him in the face. Yes, no, yes.
Cast inflict wounds on the possessed party member. Surely you
Yes,
won't
I
crit
am.
and kill them. That would
I mean,
never
if I
happen
kill
in our
them,
party.
that's still fine because that'll force the ghost to come out.
Okay. Roll to hit then.
Fuck.
Well,
Well, that's a crit.
Surely it would never crit and kill a party member. That would never happen with us. Haha. I certainly haven't done that before.
$42 points of magical piercing and radiant damage.
Oh no.
Oh, so
Oh.
I had 12 hit points left,
What is your max?
and my max is 30.
Oh fuck!
So, Ong explodes into gore.
Certainly, we wouldn't crit and kill someone trying to break a possession twice in a row.
So as the little bits of Ong, fall to the decking, Ong, I'm afraid you are no longer among the living.
Yep. I'm gonna make a new character. So give me a second.
Well, you're still. I'm being a bit graphic. Really, this killed you, but it didn't your body is still intact enough for Revivify if the party happens to have that ability.
Yeah.
But as your body slumps to the ground, there's this rather haggard looking ghost floating where you used to be. It appears to be near death. Is there anything else on your turn, Giuseppe?
I'm gonna laugh at the ghost.
All right. Well, on the ghost's turn, it is going to make a rather ugly-looking face, and I need Giuseppe, River, and the Drake to make a wisdom saving throw versus Frighten.
Wisdom save versus frightened. Let's see for the Drake, because I'm already on his page. 21. And for me, 12. And I don't think there's anything I can really do about that, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, hey, Gilbert. We certainly didn't get somebody possessed by an evil ghost and then murder them trying to fix a possession. That would be silly. It certainly wouldn't be the second time in a row this has happened on a possession.
All right, well, Giuseppe and the Drake resist the horrid visage. River, you are frightened silly of it.
Yeah.
But that is all it can do. River.
Is this a normal frighten?
Yes. You can't get closer, but all it's doing is imposing disadvantage on your attacks.
Well, as they say, copy that. Let's go gambling. Sharpshooter shot with disadvantage. What's the worst that could happen? 14, 13.
2 hits.
2d8 plus 32 plus d4. 46.
Yeah, as your 2 arrows whiz through this ghost, dissipating it into the ether. The cooling, dead body of Ang lays on the deck.
Bleh. Dead.
And you guys are out of initiative.
Well, we need to find a priest to bring him back to life.
Oh.
But I don't have.
Oh.
All right. You,
Okay,
whatever.
so I've just had one fucking hell of a day at work. First thing I hear is something about a possession, and we have just shot a party member full of arrows.
No,
No,
we shot a.
I shanked a party member. You know, like we tend to do when a party member starts to turn, we shank them. That is what I did. I did a Gilbert, and yes.
Yes, this certainly isn't almost the exact same thing that I did to Meta at the start of FFAM. That would be silly.
Yeah.
Or the same thing Gilbert did to
Okay,
Meta.
under what happened?
So, you guys, at the start of the session, were 6 days out from Jahaka.
Right.
4 days into that 6-day journey, while you guys were sitting around talking at a table, beneath decks, a ghost appeared suddenly and aggressively in the middle of the table. A brief fight ensued, and it managed to get its possession off on Ang.
Gentlemen, where is the knife?
Well, they told me Ruffles
Grab
was holding it, so it's in Ruffles' pack, but you could easily grab it.
Mm-hmm. I take the dagger. I attach it to a long pole sticking off the back of the vessel and hang it from that pole.
How long is the pole?
We'll go with 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, it's just gonna eat it.
We'll dangle it off the end of that.
Well,
Oh.
hold on. I'm trying to see what person you're gonna find at another bar.
Oh, okay. So you don't want us to bring you back?
I was gonna say either you bring me back first, whichever one happens first. I'm either gonna finish a character, or you bring me back. I have no idea what I'm gonna play, so you have time to figure it out.
I'll
Right.
Head up.
River, grab his feet. I'll grab his arms.
what?
He says he'll bring in a new character or use this one if we bring him back. Whichever happens first. So I said, River, grab his legs. I'll grab his arms.
And I'm really indecisive right now.
All right.
All right.
Now, River, I want you to stand there near the side of the ship. I'll stand here near the side, and we're just gonna swing his body back and forth for a little bit until your arms get tired, and hopefully mine get tired at the same time and goes flying into the ocean.
Ooh, wait! Before we do that,
Ruffles, there are already deaths. We left them unattended for half an hour, and they've already killed one another.
not even.
What do we need right now?
Ong, you're the one that did the week of petty crime and burglary with me, right? Or
Yes.
just pickpocketing. Great.
Yes.
I'm
I
going to
don't feel so
take your
bad.
share of that gold and not throw it overboard.
Oh wait, so you're not saving me? Is this what I'm hearing?
That's correct.
Who needs saving?
That would require us to expend money.
Oh, yes, we're hurting for money.
Ong
died?
died in a fight on the ship.
It's okay.
He
I'll
got a bad case of death. He's still
Oh,
too
wait, that's
close.
right. We are rich as fuck.
I was gonna
Well, I don't
say,
even know.
He got possessed. He got possessed by a ghost, and I did the typical thing we do when somebody is possessed. No questions, just kill. So I killed him, and then killed the ghost when it came out of him. It was
would I have
highly-
had time to cast Revivify?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yes,
would just Revivify him.
Okay, good.
We need.
Thank you.
Apparently, you're the only one in the party that has Revivify.
Well, I am a full
Bridget?
cleric, so
Mr. Grimm just sees Hebron and River dragging the body and thinks, "Ah, god damn it."
hang on, I can fix it. God, fucking
Hey,
expensive fucking
hey,
adventuring
Priest.
party.
Hey, Priest, your buddy got possessed
He is
by a
not my
ghost.
buddy.
He got possessed by a ghost.
But it was pretty funny how it happened. So, in the fight, he gets possessed. He was at full health. River shoots him with an arrow and bloodies him. Then Giuseppe runs up and hits him and gets a crit and decides to smite. The smite does exactly enough to take him to negative max.
Oh, that's hilarious. Just chunky salsa with one smite.
Yep.
Well, we put all the salsa in a bucket and I revivify it.
Looks like
For-
you're gonna need a bigger bucket.
This Cronenberg monster goes, "Why kill me?" and then expires.
Have we long rested before this fight?
Yeah.
It's been
Okay.
a few
We
days.
have him all saved in.
Yep. No, I just wanted to check whether I was using a scroll or a
All right.
spell slot.
I'm gonna step away from the computer for a few more moments and get out of my work clothes.
I bet I can kill
I mean,
another
I'll
one
wait
before
for
you
you.
get back.
Right? Don't kill anyone else before I get back, guys.
I make no promises.
I mean, seriously.
I mean, Under, if you want to kill one of them before I get back, I gotta hear how that plays out. But I'll be back.
All right, so Gilbert sticks the dagger and ties it to the end of a 30-foot long pole and has it dangling off the back of the ship. The remaining 2 days to Jahaka pass without incident. On that third day, it's about midday. Captain Silver has all of you and Lucky all come up to the deck. And he gestures grandly ahead of him at a pair of large spiky rocks kind of jetting out from a cliff face that's kind of forming the coastline. And he says, There be the entrance to Jahaka.
Gesundheit.
Now, when we dock, per agreement, you shall disembark, and I shall return 2 months hence.
2 months.
That is what you asked of me and what you paid for.
Because we had other shit to do in the area.
Okay.
So if we end up just
Allegedly.
hanging out for a month or finding something else to do, you're the one that said it.
Who? Me?
Gilbert's like, oh, that's right by What's and What's place. We can do that too.
Dude, we're gonna be in the Pirate Bay. We can do whatever we want here. We can get so many free PDFs. I don't know what those are, but
I just feel like how Captain Silver did the whole behold. I just picture him, T-posing and very misogynist.
you just call them misogynies?
No.
Yeah, you dumb.
Diogenes? Diogenes? I don't remember how to pronounce fucking Greek historical names. I'm terrible with my own name.
Greek names are pronounced exactly how they're spelled.
Yeah. Idiot.
Diogenes?
Diogenes.
Exactly. They're pronounced exactly how they spelled. Yeah, my brain don't read it that way.
Yes, Misogynes the Bard.
He was a fucking bard. I love him though.
Behold, a man.
You can't simply pluck a chicken and say that a featherless biped is a man. Diogenes, hold my beer.
Actually, so it was originally because it was a man was a featherless biped.
Yep.
And so they had to change it afterwards to a featherless biped with broadleaf nails. of something of the sort.
Ah, those were a wild bunch. But anyway, some spiky rocks.
Indeed. Which the captain seems to just deftly guide the misty flower straight through. Though he does chuckle a bit and say, you know, a captain with less years of experience would be crushed upon these rocks. It's a good thing you've got me.
Well, pay for the best.
Aye. And as the port comes into view, you can see that it looks like to have been carved out of part of the cape, like part of the cliff face wall, and a section of it just seems to kind of have a cave kind of sticking out. In the water, you can see a boat, sails furled. It's a sailboat. At what looks to be like the only like large dock. There is a smaller dock that the Captain Silver is headed for. Above the docked sailing ship, you can see a crane being moved with ropes and pulleys. It's kind of rough looking, but it looks to be hoisting cargo out of the sailing boat and into a large warehouse on the north end of this. To the south of the boat, you can see what looks to be the front half of an old ship, which looks to have been turned over and converted into a 2-story structure. From the sound of music wafting out of it, you think that might be an inn or a tavern or something like that. A small palisade is visible to the south. Closed set of rickety-looking wooden doors leads out into the jungle.
Well, at least they're not having as big of a zombie problem as the Camp Vengeance was.
That we can prove.
True. True.
Yeah, so
For
this
pirates,
is
I don't exactly think they're into reporting their undead problems.
yes, this is the port.
Well, also the fact that the wall is intact. That's what I was getting at.
That doesn't mean anything. It just means they didn't bring a troll.
Or an ogre.
All right, so I know what we need to do. We'll get a series of hollow straws and we'll drift just under the surface of the water till we're under their vessel. At which point, we'll use this device which opens up, which uncorks wine bottles to drill into the bottom of the ship, slowly sinking it.
Eh?
Okay.
Why sink it when we could just
Why?
steal it?
Why
You
sink it when we
crazy
could just
bastard!
steal
I
it?
love it. Do it.
I'm sure Captain Silver would love the upgrade.
Well, let's go in there and get the adamantine. We can
I
figure
vote
out
for
what
the
we wanna
wine
do from
bottle
there.
thing.
Too much
Or-
work.
We do that for the second biggest ship we find somewhere else, and then we go and pick it up. Whoever did the wine bottle thing with this ship. Between me and the captain, I'm sure we can figure out how to get it wherever we need to go.
All right. So, I'm guessing we make dock pretty easily.
Yeah, the captain just sidles you up onto that small dock to the southwest of the big ship there, with a stone kind of end capping it. Lays down his gangplank and bids you a fond farewell.
Get your shit and get out.
As you guys are beginning to disembark, it's probably... Gilbert, you need to change your name, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's probably going to approach Grim. As you're leaving, you feel like a tug on your pants. And the Barnacle Bess, that giant crab, is looking at you. And kind of goes, "Can I come with you? I don't want to be on the ship. Can I come with you?"
Don't you want to go back to the temple?
This
'Cause
isn't
he's
the
going
temple.
back to. Nope. He's going to go back there. You'll be safe with him, trust me.
Make a persuasion
He
check.
has plot armor. Me make a persuasion check? He has plot armor. Go with him.
Okay. As it kind of scuttles off.
Scuttles off where?
Onto the back into the dark edge of the ship. It's been hiding in the aft castle of the ship the whole time.
Yep. And then I'll remember Barnacle Bess exists and turn back to Captain Smith and pull out a platinum piece and toss it to him. Could you make sure that she gets to the temple when you get back to Novazon?
I can make sure it's delivered.
Appreciative. Nod, flicks the hat, turns around and walks away.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall, Barnacle Bess prays to the was it good goddess of fortune or miracles or something like that?
Yeah. Miracles. Hara.
Yeah. As they get ready to disembark, I'll use an appropriate bit of scripture, to try to calm down Barnacle Bess. Really lay into the faith.
Yeah. It responds accordingly, with its own bits of scripture, and then begins singing a hymn as you guys disembark.
Excellent. Morale bolstered.
So yeah, you guys step onto the docks. No sooner is the last of your feet onto the wood as the gangplank is risen, and you can hear Captain Silver yelling orders and getting the ship out of here. It's almost like he doesn't want to stick around.
I can't imagine why.
And what was that?
But no, now I'm curious. Who's he yelling orders to?
No one. He's just yelling orders and then doing it himself. He's been doing that this whole time, by the way.
Oh gosh, so it's the Captain Jack Sparrow and the sand desert place. Just a bunch of imaginary versions of himself doing all the work, but it's actually just him. All right.
You guys
Love
pick
it.
the highest of quality captains.
Oh yes, could not ask for a better captain. Ong, you're no longer a bunch of pieces, by the way. So let's go see what this town is all about. So there was a structure that looked like an inn.
Yeah, you can hear raucous music. Sounds like a bunch of people inside the what is definitely some type of bar, made out of that overturned front half of a ship.
Classic.
Door or swingy doors?
They are full height doors. This isn't a desert.
Okay, so it's not saloon style where I can.
Unfortunately,
them.
no. They do have the doors that seal shut because big
Rain.
heavy rainstorms, humidity, and yeah.
Wait, are there people out and about here?
You can see a couple people on the decks of the big ship, helping unload the cargo. A couple of people working the crane to the north. You can see a couple of people moving barrels and stuff on the dock there, the actual wooden dock portion. And outside the doors of the tavern, you can see it swing open, and out stops a lizard folk dressed in somewhat ratty though serviceable studded leather. He's got a scimitar at his belt. He appears to be smoking a cigarette. He stepped out to smoke a cigarette.
Interesting. Outdoor smoking policy.
We can rule out
Pirates
this guy.
with class.
Yeah, they're pirates, not savages.
Let's not give them too much credit. All right. What about the pirate dude we were transporting here?
Lucky?
He's
Yeah.
with you.
Excellent.
Well, Lucky. Lay of the land is yours. Where's this contact? We got you here.
Yeah. We had to go into Bosco's Bilge. That's where they'll meet, along with everybody else in this hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah, we'll just head to the front door.
Yeah. So you approach the front door. The lizard folk kind of that's sitting there smoking a cigarette gives you all like looks up and down. This kind of nods politely to you. You guys are armed and armored. Clearly, you know how to handle yourselves. Yeah, he's just going to kind of give you that nod of, nice. You fit in here.
You won't stand out as much as most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go through the doors.
Yeah. And inside, you can find yourself into a large tap room. Set of spiraling stairs carved out of the rock ahead of you. And to the south, you can see a couple of closed wooden doors, leading to probably like private rooms and the like. The room is raucous. There is what appears to be a half-elf up on one of the tables with a small accordion. People clapping. Lucky's kind of looking about. He says, "Oh, well, I guess that explains the ship. Must be the Emerald Eye. Might
Friends
want
of
to.
yours?
No, not
You owe them
enemies
money?
though. No, I don't owe them anything. But they're a bit of a rough crowd. But you see over there, he points to like the darkest corner in the forward section of the boat. There they are.
Right.
You can see 7 dwarves kind of huddled around a table, rather sternly drinking what looks to be flagons of ale.
Huh.
How do they fit 7 rogues into one dark corner?
Dwarves.
Well, you see that as the torch over there flickers slowly in the to provide illumination. As it flickers, you can kind of see the shadow dance around a bit, so it like goes from person to person in turn, letting each person have their turn to hide moodily in the shadows.
They're hot seating the shady corner, I see.
Yeah, the room reeks of spilled beer, old food, and stale smoke. Behind the bar, you can see a what looks to be a human man, also wearing armor, though he doesn't appear to be armed.
Don't want to be rude. Let's go grab a drink. I'll sit at the far west of the bar.
How many people, like, what's the head count here? So like 10, 20 people?
There are currently about 30 people in here. It's somewhat busy. You can also see sitting at the southeasternmost table, rather like in like the nice bright light, is another man dressed in like a very nice coat with glittering gems sewn into it. Though he does seem to have like a bunch of scarring on his face, and as he turns to look at you guys as you come in, you can see that also one of his eyes is missing and appears to have been replaced with a jewel as a prosthetic.
Huh. All right. And you said this was a two-story structure. The upstairs looked like it had, regular spaced windows for like sleeping quarters, or not really?
Uh, it did not. It in fact looked to be almost like a palisade construction.
Oh, okay.
Here's the guy with the jeweled eye.
Huh. Looks like a chatty fellow.
He's got that Innsmouth look. I do not say out loud.
It's beginning to look a lot like
Like
Innsmouth.
Innsmouth.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll go sit at the far west of the bar, listen on the dwarves, because that's who Lucky said will most likely be the contact
Mhm.
for the adamantine,
So
and then order a drink and chit chat with the bartender about room and board if there's anything available in the town.
So you walk over there, and Lucky's like looking like he's about to start introducing you. Then you turn and sit at the bar, and he just kind of looks at you like wait, what?
Gotta keep them on their toes.
Lucky, I think it's just a thing he does. I think he gets nervous if he just meets the contact. Feels too direct for him.
Lucky just rolls his eyes and like crosses his arms in front of you and just starts staring at the back of Grimm's head, like, well, get on with it. As the bartender walks up to you, Grimm.
Mm.
Welcome. What have you?
Oh, do an ale, and then what do you got for room and board in the town?
Well, don't have anything fancy.
Grim kind of looks down at look down at his chest. Do I look like I need fancy?
Well, you look like you're from out of town. Regardless, yeah, we keep a common room up top. You can sleep there if you wish. Most of the crew does. More comfortable than the ship, I think. More space, anyway. It's 2 silver a night.
That works for me. Any local problems you need dealt with?
Sure. Tons of problems.
Any of
But
them worth the time?
he just kind of shrugs. I suppose that really depends on how much you value your time. Question is, what exactly is it you think you can do?
Odds and ends. Not exactly looking for manual labor.
Hebron's gonna just like running info this stuff to Lucky. She's like, "Yep," and now he's going to play incredibly coy. He's not just going to ask for adventurer work.
He's doing the John Madden, the sportscaster of Mr. Grimm.
Yes.
Now he's going to spend the next half hour flirting with the bartender.
Even though he's straight.
He thinks he is, at least.
Well,
Wink, wink.
Out to the east, anyway. Sorry, memory's a bit foggy as to exactly where. But out east a bit, other side of the basin. A bit of crew got into their heads a bit that there was a a ruin out there, a broken city of some kind. And they decided, well, why bother waiting around for the next ship to crew up? Let's go out there. Bunch of idiots.
Never came back.
Oh, two of them came back. Of the 17 that left.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently they found the city. Claimed it was a ruin. Tons of treasure, they said. Mounds of it, even. But protected by a foul creature. And it turned them all to stone.
Oh.
Except for the two
I think I know what
who
that
ran
is.
away.
So, they were the most intelligent ones.
Aye. When creatures start turning other creatures to stone, it's generally a bad idea to stick around. Bad for the skin, you see.
Yes. At least it's not contagious, right?
It's not? Oh. Well, where were you a week ago?
Grim ponders for a second. Still in the teeth.
Aye. Well, he just shrugs. We quarantined him. Didn't want any of that rock skin business getting out into the rest of the crews, you understand?
Indeed. A wise choice.
Yes. Unfortunately, fortunately, they passed the quarantine. So, all's well that ends well, I suppose.
Indeed. And what be your name? I am Mr. Grimm.
Aye. Name's Bosco.
Ah, okay. You own this place. Wonderful. Well, thank you for your time, sir. Grim nods and leaves. Do I have any? Oh, I don't have any. I'll leave a gold piece then. I was going to leave an electrum piece, but I'll be generous.
Okay. Yeah, he just silently sweeps up the gold piece.
And then I turn to Lucky. Okay.
You done yet?
I got my drink. Sip my drink in front of him. Yep.
Okay. So he walks up behind the one of the dwarves. They're not talking. They're just like moodily all like drinking, their ales, and just slaps the closest one in the back of the head as he's going for a drink.
Are they doing the Tim Allen grunt?
No. Now the dwarf, shocked, spills a little bit of his ale, and all seven jump to their feet, pulling out. You're not quite sure from where, because you didn't see these here, but all of them appear to have double-headed axes. And they look pissed.
They're dwarves. It's just a thing they do.
Like these axes are taller than they were. You have no idea where they were concealing it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I have
they're
a
dwarves.
guess, but I don't want to think about it.
They're dwarves. It's just a thing they do.
Yeah, it's like with
So-
gnomes.
Yeah. And the dwarf wheels about, drawing his axe, bellowing in Dwarvish. Do any of you speak Dwarvish?
Yes.
Yes.
So he's spinning around, saying, "I'm gonna gut the cur who slapped me." Like, oh. Hey, Lucky! As he sets the axe on the table, and just like sets his gauntleted hand on Lucky's shoulder, starts shaking him like, while looking around at the other dwarves. Again, all the dwarves going, "Hey lads, Lucky's back! We thought you died!" And Lucky's like, "Yeah, no, I didn't die, but I found some employment." And that's when the dwarves all notice you guys, finally. So, you, as he points to Grimm, look to be an adventurer. Lucky then pilot. Yeah, that's Grimm. Grim, meet Cutter Stoneheart.
Oh man, I was really hoping it was gonna be Sleepy or Grumpy. You said 7 dwarves. I got
There
so
are 7
excited.
dwarves.
I was like, oh cool, he's just gonna go 7 Snow White just to fuck with us. Alright, sorry. Cutter?
Cutter Stoneheart. Aye. So, Grim. He switches to common. What brings you here to me?
Well, Grim looks over at Hebron. We're looking for adamantine. Lucky here says you might know of some or have some. But before we talk business, and Grim looks over at Bosco and just does the finger lasso in the air and then points at the table. Let's drink.
Sounds like a plan to me. I'd say
I can
pull up
make
some
something.
chairs, but I don't think there are any left. So you're standing.
Grim hasn't sat down yet. Grim's been standing.
Well, you sat down at the bar.
No, I stood at the bar.
Ah.
I said I just go to the west end of it. I never.
I thought you said you
seated
sat.
myself.
My bad.
No,
Anyway.
no worries.
So,
There were no stools, so he sat on the bar.
yeah, Bosco comes over with the round, giving drinks to everybody.
Yep.
The dwarves all take long draughts of their drink. Aye, this swill ain't that great, but it is passable.
I'm not much for ale, but I do partake occasionally. And Grim's he's sipping. He is not swilling at all.
Mm-hmm.
Hebron's swilling it.
Yep. Then I'll when Bosco goes back around the bar, if he comes down to this end, I'll walk back over real quick and just drop 2 gold on the bar and just keep them coming.
He just nods. So, Cutter's like kind of leaning back now. He's had his drink, looking at you guys. You're interested in some adamantine, aye?
Aye.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry to say I'm fresh out.
Naturally.
Some wizardly chap came. Oh, probably about 3-4 days ago. Bought a whole stock. Said he had plans for it. Some magical who's a what's-its.
Probably another failed attempt to make an adamantine
Right.
construct.
Wizardly folk. Do this
Aye.
wizardly folk have an entourage?
Yeah, aye?
About 6 or 7 adventurers?
No.
Okay, that rules out Tobias.
Why would you think Tobias would be all the way the fuck down here?
Because that seems exactly like the kind of place Tobias would be.
Who in the hell is Tobias?
Tobias? Leader of the Straight and Narrow Adventuring Party?
The group that we fucked with.
Oh,
Definitely not a parody of the Linear Guild.
Well, did you happen to get this wizard's name in the exchange of goods and services?
I did. Believe it or not, people do like to share their names when they're doing business with each other. Question
That sounded
is,
sarcastic.
no sarcasm. Problem is, he kind of taps the table. If she needs to come back and buy more, I'd prefer it to be on good terms. Makes that information somewhat costly to just give away.
I had no intention of harming her. I was simply going to ask if I could buy some of the adamantine she bought. We don't need a lot, and if she bought out your entire stock, she could spare a few pounds.
Who's to say? Magical bullshit. Nothing I really want to deal with myself. But it is a risk to my business, you understand. Can't just go giving away names.
Well, that is a fair point. Wouldn't be a good salesman if you just gave up your client's name at the first question. So, what's her business worth to you?
Kind of looks you guys up and down. Well, call it 1,000 gold. Or equivalent if you've got gems or valuable materials.
So out of character question, under what is like the rough going rate for adamantine? Like I'm assuming the Knights of Aptalar would have a rough idea of the black market price. Like I'm just seeing, is 1,000 gold actually worth the information for a few pounds of adamantine? Because then we're gonna have to also spend money on that adamantine.
Adamantine goes for about 100 gold a pound.
Okay, so just standard 5e.
Yeah.
Okay. And Gilbert, how much do you need to make the sword adamantine?
I do believe it's just a pound. Let me
So we
double
want to,
check.
I was gonna say, and also, do we have a better face in the party than me? I am not a face character. I dumped charisma.
I've got a
Oh,
10.
charisma.
Your charisma
Am
base?
I the party's face?
Wait, Ong, are you charisma?
No, I dumped charisma as
Okay.
well.
Well, Giuseppe's paladin, so he would have the most, unless River has more. But
So
like, in terms of negotiation, Mr. Grimm should not be doing talking. I have a -2 persuasion and deception.
yeah, so I should yeah, even I should be talking before you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like adamantine weapons. It doesn't actually say the amount, but it says that adamantine version of a melee weapon costs 500 gold pieces more than the normal version.
So you need
Whether the
5.
weapon is made of the metal or coated with it.
Okay. So let's assume you're going to need 5 pounds, then 500 gold worth of adamantine. Because then it would just be, fair price to exchange. Because, you lose
mean,
some in labor. Does that make
I-
sense, Under?
No.
So how much adamantine do we need?
I'm trying to figure that out. Give me a second.
Okay. I didn't realize you were working on that. My apologies.
If we have money and it's available, we might as well get some extra just for.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, yeah, 1,000 gold isn't that much of a price tag for us, but I also don't want to be, throwing money around in a seedy pirate town, especially when we're going to be sleeping in a common room. You know what I mean? Like, I don't just want to pull out 5 200 gold piece diamonds, be like, all right, here you go, buddy. Here's my big wad of cash.
Hmm.
Also, yeah, like, who has persuasion and or deception? Like Mr. What are our numbers? Because we would know this of being a group that has traveled together for a decent amount of time.
I'm flat.
I have a
I am not
positive
deceptuous.
charisma.
Perceptuous.
I have a +2 to charisma and proficiency in persuasion. So I
Okay,
might
so
be the party's face if
Yeah.
Mister's not also.
Yep.
Mister.
I have a +1 in charisma. So I
Okay,
only
I'm the party's
Okay.
face.
So River's face then. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it is worth noting if absolutely needed.
You are
I
still
believe
better
it's
than
my
me. Yes.
on my next level up, I can acquire a D8 to my persuasion checks.
Okay. That'll be handy
Yeah.
to know, and if we
So
need it in the
it
pinch,
takes
but-
about 2
I have a
pounds.
+4 to persuasion.
Okay.
and
So
performance and deception.
I still don't think 1,000 gold is that good of a price.
I mean,
for
how
the
long
information.
would it take him to get more adamantine?
Hmm.
Or, where's his source if we can get
Okay.
it?
So then,
direct?
yeah, we'll resume, and Grim will do the whole sucking air through his teeth, like 1,000 gold for a person's name.
And
Well-
and he holds up a finger. And where I believe them to be currently.
Okay, that sways the price a little bit, but then the other question would be is how readily available can you get more adamantine? We don't need it urgently, just looking for it.
He looks kind of grumpy. Last shipment's overdue. Coming from the mines of Rakhamar.
How long overdue?
Well,
About a week.
Grim holds up a finger. Maybe we can help each other out. Instead of us going on a gallivanting maybe adventure to find this wizard, how about we go investigate your mines and take adamantine as payment? If there's a problem there, we can sort it out for you.
He looks at you. And how much adamantine would you require for these services?
Well, you
So
said 1,000 gold, so I would say 10 pounds. He said 1,000 gold for the name, so match the price. Out of character, sorry.
Oh, you're not
I
saying that to him?
mean,
No, River's gonna be face.
we'll
10 pounds of adamantine.
we'll need a few pounds for each project, and we're working on a couple projects. So, how's 10 sound? 10 pounds out of a mind is a drop in a bucket.
Well, you have to understand. It's not 10 pounds of ore you're after, I assume. It's 10 pounds of the metal.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you, River. River, why don't you go ahead and give me a persuasion check?
Do I have advantage from Grim helping?
Is Grim proficient in persuasion?
No, I am not.
Then no, you do not.
Okay, this might not be
I
great.
could give you. I am proficient in persuasion.
And how are you helping?
I don't know.
Standing there menacingly.
He's like,
Actually, Giuseppe is kind of,
vibing.
He's trying to
Gi-
outbrood their
Giuseppe's-
brooding in the
yeah.
corner.
Giuseppe's a good liar, though. I mean, I'm good at telling lies and.
Yeah, but we're not lying, we're persuading.
I'm good at deception.
Oh,
I mean, I
good
have
liar, you
advantage in-
say.
I have advantage in expertise in deception and performance, but I have.
I was gonna say, yeah, if Grim
proficiency
dies,
in-
I will bring in a face character since I usually
Hold
end up
on.
doing all the
Stop.
talking.
So, the issue is currently you guys are negotiating price. So deception doesn't really help. It's really just a matter of persuasion. How are you helping River do that is my question to you.
I'm gonna say, come on, man, you can't be that high. You gotta give us a break. I'm gonna try to persuade him to.
All right, sure. River, you can roll with advantage.
Yay.
With advantage. Ooh. Don't have anything to throw at that, so 12.
And he says, well, 10 pounds of refined adamantine is a good sum of value there. Tell you what, you bring me, he points at you, River, the head of whoever caused this delay in my shipments, and solve the issue at the mine, and you've got yourself a deal.
Insight.
Sure, make an insight check.
As I tactically assess him. Fuck you, dice roll.
Yeah, I mean, they seem rather inscrutable.
I don't drink
as if carved from the very stone that they work. So what say you, River?
Well, the head might be a little bit difficult to do if these delays are being caused by some kind of undead, but I'll see what I can do about the head. We will, regardless of the head of these, we will figure out what's going on in the mine and the shipments being delayed and make sure it does not happen again.
Then we have an accord.
I want a Toyota, not a Honda.
Oh, by the way, if you're at the mine and you happen to find the adamantine there, feel free to help yourselves to your fee, rather than haul it all the way back just for me to hand it back to you.
Oh, good. It's not going to be a quest item locked in our inventory till we interact with him.
Uh-huh. Also,
not remove quest items from your
he raised another hand. Just as an added incentive, I'll buy any adamantine you do manage to recover at a fair market price.
Do you have other customers waiting on your shipment?
Always.
All right. I'll see what can be arranged.
Very well, then. Tell me, do you have a map with you by chance? So I can show you the location of our mine?
Do we have a map around here?
I have a map.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, you have the map? Okay, yeah. Hebron has the map. Hey, do you have cartographers or do you have navigators?
I have cartographers if nobody else does.
Okay. So River's the
I
face and the
certainly
map maker.
don't.
So you should probably give River the map then.
I hand River the map.
River hands the map to Cutter.
Mm-hmm. And Cutter starts sketching on your map. One moment. Sorry, exporting it from Worldographer takes a bit of time. So it's actually usable for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
As he copies the map and draws this rough sketch of the path to take.
All right. But how long will it take to walk there?
You gotta ask the hard questions, don't you?
Well, yeah, you'd be bored otherwise.
About 8 days.
Just a week.
I mean, if it's
Assuming
our time
nothing.
schedule.
Enough.
Yeah.
Assuming nothing goes wrong. Yeah.
All right. Well, also, Under, I forgot to ask when we got here. What time of day did we arrive?
Midday.
Okay. Well, if we've got this going and it's only been, probably an hour or two, we could head out right now and just start going that direction. And then, Gilbert, you need to go to the Eldani Basin for something, right?
What about the Aldani Basin?
I don't know. You were all excited about it.
Well, let me get to my notes. Yes, Ras Nasi is in the Aldani Basin.
Ah, that's what it is. Okay.
Although, regardless of where Ras Nasi is located, Granny Poo Poo must be slain.
We know.
Granny Poo Poo Delenta S. Granny Poo Poo must be destroyed.
Yeah, fuck her.
Thank you.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, she really wasn't my type. Based on your guys' description of her, because Mr. Grimm hasn't met her.
Look, my issue is more that she completely killed Paulina, and so this grudge must be righted. Pretty certain she also ate her, given that she had that stew. Fucking suspicious of that stew. Isn't that the place with the red dragon?
Maybe, who knows? Well, I think we've got our affairs in order.
Yep.
You guys want to stay for a drink and a song and head out after that, or just head out now?
Yeah.
Stay for a drink.
If you guys want to stay for a drink, that should give me enough time to get a bowl of ice cream and refill my water bottle.
The drink and the song passes without incident, and we head out. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Well, come up with a shanty to start singing. Buy me some time, man. I gotta fill up my water bottle and get my ice cream.
A dwarven
I fight the
minor
bartender.
shanty? You
Well,
what
you
did
have to remember
say?
the doors weren't singing; it was the pirates that were singing.
Ah, okay, so just a regular sea shanty.
Yes.
Diggy, diggy.
1 second. I'm literally just gonna try, just for the fucking shits and giggles. Single prompt AI. I love doing this just because it's so entertaining to see what it spits out. I will say, ChatGPT has gotten really fucking good at some stuff. 'Cause this was all I gave it for a prompt.
No, that's not bad. So yeah, you start leading them in song.
Making up as I go along, and it becomes the song of Kitcher's teeth. Let's see, am I any good at performance? Nope, still a -2.
Well,
I am
roll it
horribly
anyway.
off key. But they don't care. It's a song.
Oh, roll performance. Let's see how bad you are.
Yes. Ooh, nails on a chalkboard.
Yes, you start singing, and some people start kind of going along with it, and you go into the into a bit, and everyone just kind of like falls out of like sync with you, and this gives you like this look like, what the fuck are you singing? At one point a bottle is thrown at you. Not a full bottle, mind you. They drank it first and then threw it at you.
I'll help keep Mr. Grimm on his toes. I'll make it 2 bottles.
All right.
But from the looks of it, people are having a good time. They're kind of sloshed. Someone gets up and sings bad. They good-heartedly chuck bottles at you until you stop.
Those are my deck saves.
Yeah, a few of them hit you. You take like 2 points of bludgeoning damage, 1 from each bottle. But
Do I headshot him on a nat 1?
3 points of bludgeoning damage.
well, that's what eventually ends the song. Right, Gertis gets hit right in the head, falls off the table. There's a general chorus of laughter.
What did I just come back to?
Well, Grim was trying to like lead the bar in a sea shanty.
I made
Only
up a sea shanty above
he
Kitcher's teeth.
was really bad at it, and as a result, as is tradition here in Jahaka, when someone starts singing badly, they throw empty bottles at you. Grim failed to dodge it, and the last one hits him in the head. He falls off the table. There's a general chorus of laughter among the sailors. The accordion picks up again. They start in on a different sea shanty.
Mr. Grimm's still a good sport about it. He knows he's a bad singer. He doesn't care. He's a
Would've been
good
great
writer.
It would have been great
Well-
if it was the same sea shanty, just done well.
This sounds completely different. It must be a different. Nope, it's the same one. Fuck.
Well, at least Grimm isn't the kind of guy who like breaks out his guitar and starts trying to like sing his own fucking music at like a party.
Anyways, here's Wonderwall.
Hey, do you guys want to hear my cover of Freebird? I worked on it myself. But Hebron comes
mean-
back from the outhouse.
With a bowl of ice cream.
The outhouse.
Somehow.
Most of them just go out to the wharf.
Yeah, it's the outhouse. It's out of the house.
Yeah, but I'm proficient in digging holes for bathrooms.
What a weird thing to be proficient in.
Yeah, clay doesn't stop me.
But buried landmines do.
That's where Heavy Armor Master comes in.
Grapnel counts as magic damage.
Ask any child who got hit by a landmine. None of them will claim it was a magical experience, Sleuth.
None of them will claim much of anything.
Regardless. So, yeah, you guys hang out a bit, you sing a sea shanty, you get laughed at, there are drinks. But a few of the hours pass. You guys leaving
Yeah.
now, or?
Yeah, we'll start heading out and just make camp wherever we end up.
Okay. So are you just following the sketch on your map that Cutter made?
What happened to Lucky?
He's still sitting there with the dwarves chatting. His
Okay.
whole thing was he was leading you to the dwarves and introducing you. That was it.
Yep, just want to be certain.
What do you guys think? You want to just go due south?
I think we should hug the coast.
And then, yeah, so go due south, hug the coast, and then cut in
Yeah.
at some point because we'll be able to see the southern, those, the peaks at Miss Cliff's Mountain, those, 5 tiles that are in a row like that.
Yeah, my
We'll kind of be able to
concern
pick
about
that out on
heading
the horizon as
too-
we start heading inland.
Yeah, my concern about heading too close to the center of the basin is actually why is it all seaweed?
Because it is like a sunken part of the swamp where, you actually could, you'd have to wade through it. It's like, it's filled with water that's about 3 to 5 feet deep all throughout that area. But there's still like trees and bushes and plants growing up through it. It's like a bayou.
Ah, okay. Okay, yeah. You and I use that tile a little bit differently. So when I looked at it for a second, I'm like, wait, what?
Well, because it's not as thick as a swamp, so you could navigate that by boat. But it's not directly connected to the sea, or you can see like some rivers empty out into it. But it just sort of that moisture sort of sits there and sinks into the ground.
I gotcha. Yeah, I think we should avoid the basin proper, just for safety reasons, given the fact we know Rosna Sea is in the area.
Yeah, so let's just go due south.
Yes, Rosna Sea, the person who I definitely remember who that is, and I didn't forget, like, who else was it earlier?
I don't know. Gilbert's the primary note taker. I'm the secondary note taker, and then nobody else takes notes.
This is how I control the narrative. I just don't record things I don't want us dealing with.
Let's say, yeah, this is the entirety of my notes. The rest of it's just in my head, and those are like, bullet points that I use as reference. But yeah, we head out, and I think there's a gate due south, so we'll just take that, follow the path till it ends, and just keep going south.
You're gonna stick on the edge of the kind of the marsh and the swamp in the jungle.
Yeah,
Okay,
staying on the jungle side.
where it's a little drier.
Gotta keep the boots clean somehow.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you guys set out. It's a nice hot day, no wind, but it is pouring rain. But you travel throughout the day into the evening. And the sun sets as you on you as you're marching through the jungle. Are you in a forced march or make camp?
We probably make camp. Hebron,
Oh, yeah,
break
we
out the
camp.
tents.
All right. I pull out the tents.
We've
Well,
got enough for the party, right?
tent.
Yeah.
I've only got one 2-person tent. I don't know what the rest of you guys are doing.
You didn't pick up the other ones when we went back to.
I don't have the carrying capacity.
I thought you did. Was it Giuseppe then?
I don't
Oh no,
just-
he's
no.
rogue, so no. Could sworn
Remember,
somebody brought the other tents when
I'm
we
buff,
had the
but
two
I've only
canoes.
got a 16.
Do I have the
I have a
tents?
10.
You have a tent?
Yes, Giuseppe has a tent. Yes.
I also have a tent.
Oh, well then yeah, we have enough. Good, because it's fucking raining.
I also still have 10 square yards of canvas cloth.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have the giant canvas we were using a couple of times.
Well, as the night goes on, you guys setting a watch or you all going to sleep?
Yeah, we could. Who is second watch? I'm 19, so I'll just take first or third or fourth.
We have an elf in the party, so we only need the rest of the party to take 2. I can take a watch, but if we have a second person to cover an early watch, I'd rather hide the camp.
Who's the elf?
Oh, we had an elf, didn't we?
Jake, are you an elf?
Or no,
No.
it was
Oh yeah, Mister. Yeah, Mister is the.
Oh wait,
legacy
yes I
cat.
am. I am an elf.
Oh, then we have two. We have two technicallys.
Oh,
Mister,
wonderful.
what's your passive?
My passive is $14.
All right, we'll keep you in mind. On your passive build, right? What's your passive? Jake.
Yeah, passive is 13.
I thought you said you were a
We'll,
perception build. We'll keep you in mind after Giuseppe.
we'll stick both of them on third and fourth watch.
Yeah. Maybe the two of them together might see something.
No, type it up.
Yep.
You know what's funny? It's like, yeah, you're 120 pounds overweight. I'm looking at my stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not. I had
You have
to
something you typed
delete.
in?
I have to delete a couple of items until I figured out what the problem was. and then it actually puts it to the right weight. It's like, oh, there we go. Like my plate armor was for some reason counting as 3 times its actual weight.
Did you have a 3 in the numbers column from all of your other sheets?
No.
That's weird.
Literally, like I just delete plate, it dumps a massive amount, add plate back in, it's like, oh yeah, 65 pounds. There we go.
Ah, okay, River. Well, River, give me a stealth check if you would.
Only a 30.
I was gonna say I could have cast guidance on that too.
All right, yeah. So you spend some time concealing the camp. Pleased with your work. The night passes uneventfully. And around third watch, the rain lets up and a brief breeze begins blowing. The air is still hot and sticky, but at least now there's some air movement. Morning comes, you've all had a long rest. I will need a survival check for your navigation.
With a compass, but I am not proficient with navigator's tools, but the compass does still help. Oh, is anybody proficient with, or not proficient? Is anybody? Oh yeah, proficient. Is anybody else proficient with survival?
I think Hebron and I are. I'm also proficient with cartographer's tools.
I am also proficient in survival.
Oh,
I'm finally useful.
I'm also proficient in
25.
survival.
I don't know why I didn't freaking roll a plus 12.
Because you're a goober.
Yep. But 25 under with the advantage from help.
Okay.
We're all good at navigating for once.
No, no one really wants to get lost out here. So yeah, you spend the day tromping your way through the jungles. Well, getting close to the coast as night falls. You keeping that same watch?
Yeah.
All right. River, if you are you still concealing stuff?
Yeah.
Make a stealth check then.
Cast guidance.
I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Ew, 16.
Why did you try to hide our camp on this rocky outcropping?
Because nobody looks up. They'll never find us on top of the outcropping. You know what I should start doing? Should cast Pass Without a Trace for the last hour of our travel so that there's no tracks leading in.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
That's big smart.
Oh, did you guys grab the Apocalypse Dagger off the boat, or did you leave it there?
Yes, we would have brought that with us.
Okay.
Oh, good. That's not going to go horribly ever.
Yeah, why are we not getting rid of that?
Well, okay, so the thing is it's got to be within a certain range of the dagger when the ghosts are killed, right? So if more ghosts pop out of it, somebody grab the dagger and fucking run. Then we kill the
Actually,
ghost.
I can do that because I'm still effective at
Yeah.
600-foot range.
Yeah, I was gonna say
What?
just somebody grab the dagger and go away, so when the ghosts die, they don't get sucked back into it, and we don't have to keep perpetually dealing with them. So yeah, I say River, just keep it on your inventory. That way you can just move, wrapped up in whatever cloth we
Wait,
got it in.
why are we keeping it again?
because you can touch people with it, make them paralysis. It's a save or suck roll. It's only a DC 12, but it's still gonna come in funny one time.
I still question the wisdom.
Oh, the wisdom is absent. Wisdom has been chasing us for years, but we are faster.
You know, they always say think twice. I don't even think once.
Yeah, tracks.
Okay. So the first couple of watches go without a hitch. But during that fourth watch with Giuseppe and Ang, what are your guys' passive perceptions?
11.
14.
All right. Well, Giuseppe, you see some small critters kind of flying in between the moon and you, and they look like bats at first, and it's like, okay, well, it's jungle, it's at night, you see bats all the time, they're not really much of a threat. And then they start getting closer, and when they're about 80 feet away or so, you realize they are in fact not bats. They have a rather not bat-like shape to them. Do you do anything, Giuseppe? 80 feet away?
It looks like a napkin with a straw on it.
I wake up somebody else.
Who?
Hebron, perhaps, the dude in heavy armor.
Yes. Yeah, the warrior. I wake up the warrior.
Okay, so you wake up Hebron. You point out these flapping beasts as they let out a particular shrieking whistle. And you guys should roll initiative.
Napkins with straws.
Uh-huh.
Get it out now.
And everybody else in the party wakes up.
Well, let's see. So he woke up. Hebron. So Grim, you're still asleep.
Nope.
No. Why not?
Dagger of warning.
Ah! I forgot you had that.
Both me and my allies within 30 feet of me cannot be surprised. The weapon magically awakens us when combat starts. Everybody is awakened, not surprised.
Very good. At least I'd forgotten you had that.
Yep, I was just waiting for that. It actually finally got used.
Indeed. So Grim, you're awake.
Actually, DM.
That is exactly that type of weapon, though. That is actually.
All right. Well, I'll crawl out of bed. Awakened by my trusty Sting. Yeah, I named it Sting. I'm very lazy. And I'll stand up. What do I see?
We're gonna get sued by the Tolkien estate.
You see 8 flying lawyers from the Tolkien estate equipped with cease and desists.
Range?
40 feet, 40. About 30 feet of altitude.
Okay. Let's see. Well, radius 15. So I'm going to move up to the 15 to stand up. So 15 feet to get myself as centered to the party as possible.
Okay, sure. It only takes you about 10 feet of movement to do that.
Yep. And then I am going to cast Spirit Guardians. Turning on the weasels.
So they bring lawyers and you bring Weasley words, huh?
You gotta fight fire with fire.
Yes, well, your weasels of the word are spinning around you.
Yep. And then I believe that's action. I do not have a whole lot I can do with bonus action because why not give all the classes in a game system something to do with their bonus action?
No.
That's it.
All
Because
right.
fuck you. That's why, Ruffles.
Exactly.
All right, Giuseppe.
Don't worry, I'm dipping into fighter so I can accent church.
All right, distance to the nearest bird.
40 feet away with 30 feet of altitude.
I'm gonna shoot it with a bow.
Roll to hit. That hits.
Nine points of piercing damage.
All right.
Oh.
Your arrow hits it and explodes, and you can see what looks to be like have you ever had a firecracker go off inside of water balloon?
No, but that sounds really cool.
Yes, I actually do know what that looks like.
Yeah, that's basically what happens in the air. There's like the spray of blood and a little popping noise.
That's $10 I ever spent. Waterproof firecrackers.
Anything else, Giuseppe?
No, that's it.
All right. Squeak, whistle, whistle, whistle as they come flying in, entering the Spirit Guardians.
Mm-hmm. With save.
All right.
DC 17.
One
One of them
passed.
probably doesn't go splat. That is, I think Spirit Guardians is just 3d8. Yeah, there's no modifier added.
Okay.
Weasels go burr.
So yeah, the weasels go burr. There's more popping, red blood spraying everywhere. And you realize that they're all gone. There's just like this red mist all over the camp, like
love
they
these
flew into a
Spirit
wood
Guardians.
chipper.
Against weak enemies. Lawnmower go burr. Well, sift through the guts and see if they had anything shiny.
What guts? It's just all this like red splatter all over the place. Literally, there's nothing left. You turned them into mist.
Nice. Pat's dagger. All right, I'm going back to bed.
Oh, just stab a creature. Oh, well.
This could have been an email.
that is the equivalent of that encounter. Yes. Cleric wakes up. Oh, bad guys. Okay, weasels, take care of them. I'm going back to bed.
Okay. Well, the rest of your rest is uneventful. Morning comes. You've all had a long rest. And as the sun comes over the horizon and touches the blood-soaked ground all over the camp, the blood begins to boil. And it forms this low-hanging, almost cloying red mist. And I'm going to use the same initiative for that. Grim, your weapon of warning is going off.
Guys, I think the mist is bad.
I take it back under. I don't want to stab anything.
All right.
So there's just this mist covering the camp. You are in and among it. What do you do?
I recast Spirit Guardians because why not try the same trick twice?
Okay.
That's pretty rote.
I don't believe casting it with them inside of it counts as starting in it, right?
No, they would have to when they start its turn in there. Then the thing goes.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Giuseppe?
My turn.
Yep, there's a sticking, cloying mist covering the ground all around the camp. The, Grim's weapon of warning is going off. What do you?
But I don't actually see nothing.
Just as mist. And it's sticking to the ground. It's like, shin height.
The things that we chunky salsas last night, they're not dead.
Oh no, they're definitely dead.
It might have just not stayed dead.
They're
Something to do with the sunlight, like they're reverse
undead.
vampires.
So what do you do, Giuseppe?
I'm gonna hold my action to attack something if it comes to me. I guess.
Okay.
I roll my attacking mist. I don't think that'll do any good.
All right. Mist. So starting its turn inside the Spirit Guardian, I believe is a Wisdom save.
Wait, why didn't I get a turn?
Because I insta-gibbed them, and now it's another combat.
This is another combat, but it's going close enough. I'm just using the same initiative roll to save some game time.
Gotcha. Okay.
I believe this fails and takes some damage.
14 weasel attack. Radiant, if it matters.
It does.
14 weasels.
Okay.
That's a wonderful way of making the damage roll matter. That's how many weasels attack the target.
Yeah, these wheels kind of like hopping through the mist like a small lapdog after a heavy snow. As stalagmites begin to form of the mist going towards people's faces. Giuseppe, are you going to attack the mist or do anything with your weapon? You readied in action.
Sure, I can attack the mist. I don't know if it'll do any good, but I'll swing my weapon at the base.
Roll to hit. Okay, yeah, that definitely hits this stalagmite mist growing out of it towards your face.
Is that considered undead?
You do get your extra D8.
$18 points of magical piercing and radiant damage.
Okay. Yeah, as you swing your weapon at it, cutting the stalagmite down, it just sort of folds away back down into the mist. The rest of you kind of just have this mist, which almost hits your face like a gust of wind. And you can kind of feel almost something like slimy reaching towards like the corners of your mouth, the edges of your nostrils, your tear ducts kind of burning a bit. And I need everybody but Giuseppe to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save.
What is my
18. And a 20 for the Drake.
All right, so looks like Grim and Ang failed. As the two of you take 11 points of necrotic damage, And your Grim, you need to make a concentration check, as also your maximum hit points are reduced by the same.
Your guardian stays up.
Mm-hmm. You guys can just kind of see from like Grim and Ang, like as the mist kind of falls apart after these stalagmites, you can see more mist kind of just pouring out of their eyes, their nose, their mouth, their ears of Ang and Grim, which seems to add to the mist on the ground.
All right, time to put down Ong again. He's clearly possessed.
River, what do you do on your turn?
But this is around like our entire camp area.
Yes.
That's gross. Let's see if this works. I'm going to try casting Lesser Restoration on Mr. Grimm.
Okay. You cast Lesser Restoration on Mr. Grimm. It has no effect. I don't believe he has anything.
Lovely.
Yeah, this is something that you need Greater Restoration to fix max HP reduction.
Yeah, I figured, but I only have Lesser, and it was worth a shot. It does cure a disease, which is what I was banking on, but
I should mention, like, the smoke,
Yeah.
like, when it fell back from everyone's, like, face after blasting you with it, it was that, like, as it fell back, more smoke than went up fell out of Grim and Ang. It is not a continuous process. They're not continuously pouring out more mist.
oh, okay. Then I'm gonna get some distance from this mist, and that's gonna be it for me.
How far do you go?
Go with my move speed of 30 feet, and I'll tell the Drake to just stay by Mr. Grimm and bite anything that isn't a person that goes near him.
Okay. So you had 30 feet to getting out of the mist. You can see you're leaving what look to be bloody footprints on the ground behind you for a few steps as it wears off your boots.
There's so much gross stuff here.
Anything else?
All right. Nope, that's it.
Hebron?
Well, I don't have a lot of good options, so I'm going to take that sword of undead slaying,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to... God damn it, why does it keep emptying the details? One moment.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah,
was
seriously, I
gonna
have to keep like
say-
manually adding in the details of how the sword works, and it keeps clearing it.
Say make the
Okay.
change and then immediately save the sheet.
That's what I
Sometimes
keep
it's
doing.
just sometimes just interacting with the sheet will change it. So if you save it,
All right. So I take the sword and I
Mhm.
attack the mist.
Okay, reasonable. Roll to hit. That's a good solid hit.
Literally hitting mist.
Yes. So you wave your sword through the cloud like an angry man. And this does count as undead.
Well, I'm definitely going to trip attack it.
Okay.
Don't ask me how that works on mist, but I'm
It doesn't. It's immune to prone.
Doesn't stop the D8.
Nope. It does not. Okay. Yeah, you're striking at this mist, kind of clearing it away from near you as it just slowly wafts back in. Clearly, you did something.
Just keep going nuh to the mist.
Anything else?
Nay.
Ong?
Well, no, I don't want to be in the mist anymore. So can I also leave the mist?
How much movement speed you got?
I have 30.
Yeah, it's enough to get out. Are you going to where a river is or somewhere else?
Yes, I'm going to where river is.
Okay, sure. You run out of the mist, joining river, leaving bloody footprints in the soft ground behind you.
Okay, and then am I like right on the edge of the mist?
No, you've got like 5 feet between you and the edge of the mist.
Okay. I wonder if I could do inflict wounds on the mist.
You could certainly try.
Stick my finger in it.
Okay.
Fuck it. But it's necrotic damage. Never mind. It's undead.
So do you do anything? You've only moved so far.
Magic missile.
Targeting the mist.
Yes.
All right, your bolts of energy lash out and blast into the mist. Roll damage. All right, large chunks of the mist seem to be scattered by that, leading you to see the blood-soaked ground underpinning it all. There's still some mist left, however. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, Grim.
How interesting. Let's do... All right, I am going to move to just 5 feet. So out of melee with it.
Okay.
Direction doesn't really matter. I'm just, because Spirit Guardians moves with me, right?
Yes, it does.
And... Actually, I forget. Can you waterboard with Spirit Guardians or no?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Then yeah, once I'm out of melee, I will cast Guiding Bolt on it.
Rolled it. That hits the mist.
Right, 11 more radiant, and it's glowing.
It is, in fact, glowing as the thin, wispy remnants of the mist are still there, flitting about the ground.
Giuseppe, smack this mother. That's it for me.
Okay. Giuseppe.
guess I'll continue to hit the mist until it stops being mist, I guess.
Okay. Roll to hit.
With advantage.
Yes, you have advantage. The mist is glowing. Hit.
$24 points, magical, piercing, and radiant.
All right, yeah, so as you hit this mist, pumping in your radiant energy, when the flash subsides, you can see that, much like the sun burns away the fog, your radiant energy has burned away the last remnants of this mist. You guys are out of initiative.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'm going to cast Detect Magic and take a look-see at myself.
Okay. You don't see any magic you don't expect.
I hate curses. Or things of that other nature. I also don't have remove curse prepared, so I'll have to wait till tomorrow.
All right, yeah. So you guys are standing there. Your campsite's just looks like a gory mess, just like slick with like a thin layer of blood over everything that was outside. Fortunately, you guys had tents, so your stuff isn't all that fucked up. Just the outside of the tent is.
He
Hmm. So, how many water skins will it take to rinse everything off?
I mean, Grim points over his shoulder. The water's like right there.
Yeah, but that's like walking.
Well, it would probably take 3 water skins to clean everything.
All right. I will start cleaning all the blood off.
Okay. So you use 3 water skins of potable water, cleaning off all the blood. Doesn't take that long, maybe an hour.
All right, and then onwards we go.
All right. Well, someone needs to give me a navigation check as you continue.
I'll help with it.
All right.
Oh yeah, I have guidance as well.
All right. And you said you guys are just following the coast as you go down south?
Yeah. Basically, we're kind of just going a rough number of days until we're about in line, and then we'll start heading inland, and then we'll use the mountains as a landmark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, to the southeast, way off in the distance, you can kind of see, the start of the mountain range. They're like the start of the mountain range to the southeast is about 144 miles from your current position. So you start walking through the day. And about 2 hours into your march, there's a bit of a popping sound as an angry ghost appears. A very familiar looking angry ghost.
Huh. This guy.
Yep.
I don't think we have any wizards in the party under, and I don't think they can be familiars.
Nice. Well, now you guys got to roll initiative again, as this ghost is in fact pissed off at you. Though now that you have the weapon of warning in here, you're not surprised by the sudden appearance. Which really does reduce the impact of this problem.
Oh my god, dude, I'm rolling so bad today.
Damn, I can't believe Under stole my nat 20 right out from under me.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it is in his name.
What?
As he's
filling it
under?
out. There you go. Thank you.
His name's not Under. That's tonight's DM.
All right, Grim.
All right.
I believe you said you were... No, you had River carrying it, so it's like right
River
next to
is-
River.
Yep. Well, I will just pop a Sacred Flame at it. Get the ball rolling with a little bit of Radiant. So a Dex save. Passed, so nothing happens. And then I will... I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself and move between River and the ghost.
Not possible. It is next to River.
I thought you said it pops out 10 feet away from the dagger.
I believe it's within
Within
10
10
feet.
Oh, within 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah, so it popped out next to him. That's just in case like you guys are like trying to be like, we're in tight formation. He can't pop out anywhere. Ha ha ha. He can. He popped out next to him.
Well, we'll
We
get
have to
us
hire
and
a
our
bunch of-
15 buddies.
Yeah, pretty much.
All I have to do is hire peasants.
You can't actually me. I'm actuallying you.
The ghost
Well, then I
telefrags
will-
one of the peasants.
Then I will just, draw my dagger and get in a, menacing pose in its face.
Okay.
Attempting to draw aggro,
Yeah.
because that's exactly how D&D works.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. It attempts to possess you, Grim. I need a charisma saving throw from you.
A charisma save, you say?
Don't fuck up.
Is this a charm,
No.
technically? Okay.
I've already asked this.
I wasn't here for that.
Okay, you manage to resist its mental effects as it attempts to take over your body.
I thumb my nose at it.
Hebron?
I provoke aggro. I stab it with the blade.
Okay, roll to hit. Two solid hits.
Trip.
Well, it's immune to prone, but you still get the damage. As you just wallop on it, it is near death.
Step back, provoking attack of opportunity.
Well, it's going
No!
to take a swing at you.
Gilbert, you don't want to kill it right now.
As it smacks you for 35 points of necrotic damage, Hebron.
Well, unfortunately, my perfect parry requires it miss, and ow! Fucking ow! As I get out of melee with it and skedaddle.
Yeah. River?
I am going to skedaddle,
Okay.
and I will use feline agility.
Uh-huh. How far do you go?
Doubles my speed, and I will dash because I got quite a ways to go. And I am going to run 120 feet.
Okay. After 80 feet, you will not have line of sight back to the party, just because of the tree density.
I'll have to follow my own tracks.
I meant more that, if you try to make a shot, you'd be shooting blind.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you move 120 feet through the slurping ground. Anything else?
That's it. I've got to get 500 feet for this thing to disappear.
Giuseppe?
Ooh.
Are we trying to kill the ghost or no?
We need to get time for River to get away.
All right, well then I'm gonna hold my action.
To do what? When what?
Okay, well then, since we're trying to keep the ghost from running instead of
Well, I would say start
killing
kiting it the opposite direction of River.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Which way is River running?
River? Pick a compass direction. Which way did you go?
Let's go south.
Okay. He went south.
Well, then I'm gonna go north,
Okay, you run north. 30 feet?
and I'm gonna shoot and yeah, while insulting the ghost,
Okay.
trying to get it to chase me.
Sure. Make a performance check as your action then.
Oh, okay.
See if you can't, draw its attention to you. Well, you seem to have gotten its attention.
Guys, what do I do now?
Anything else,
Hey,
Giuseppe?
Let
I
it
never thought
be.
I'd get this far.
Yeah, you moved 30 feet in and then drew its attention. Is that all?
Yeah. All right. It's on me. Y'all better do something.
All right. Ong?
Oh, finally. I bless who's around me.
Around you would be Grim and Hebron and then 30 feet away is Giuseppe. You do not see River. He went south into the woods and you lost track of him.
All right, well then I'm gonna bless the three that are around me.
Okay. Not yourself?
What?
You're not blessing yourself, correct?
There's three other people other than me, correct?
Yes. I'm just confirming that you're using
Yeah.
a first level
Oh, sorry,
bless
sorry,
with
sorry.
only 3 people.
Yes.
Okay.
I am. Sorry. I didn't mean to make that sound sassy.
No, it's all right.
I don't think that's why he was confirming.
I was just confirming because most people in the cast bless are also blessing themselves.
Because
So-
then they have advantage on save to maintain bless.
Right.
Well, they have bless on the save too.
Yeah, they have the
Yeah.
D4 on bless. So I was just confirming that your intention was not to bless yourself.
Well,
That's all.
That is an inexperienced.
I would
play by
say
me.
for just off the table experience, Giuseppe, is a paladin.
Okay, everyone but Giuseppe. Me and the other two. That is not Giuseppe.
Okay. So you bless yourself Grim, and Hebron.
Yep.
Anything else?
That's it. Nope.
All right. Grim.
I joined Giuseppe.
Okay. Yeah, you run up to where Giuseppe is.
And taunt it ineffectually because there's no way I could beat a 25.
Okay. you taunted it, makes a plaintive gesture. I gotcha.
Actually, what do I have for my action? This is just lack of game knowledge. Do I know, or like mechanically, does Sanctuary protect against the possession? Does that count as
Yes.
an attack?
It is a type of attack.
Okay, then I cast Sanctuary on Giuseppe.
Okay.
And then I run another 30 feet, so I'm 60 feet.
Okay,
Extra
sure.
dashing.
Yep. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Its turn. Well, it is going to make itself into this horrifying visage. And I need Ang, Hebron, Giuseppe, and Grim to all make wisdom saving throws versus Frighten.
I believe I can't be frightened.
If you're immune to Frighten, then you don't need to bother making the save.
Nope. Charmed.
Oh, then this is different than Charmed. Frightened is different.
Hey, Gilbert, don't forget about your D4. And Ong, don't forget about your D4.
Yeah, this is a save. You guys do get your bless.
Actually, that was a +3, so I have an 18. So I actually had a 21.
Well, I'm getting older.
Yeah. Hebron, you're frightened, and you age 10 years before everybody's eyes. How old are you now?
Let me check. 6,011.
Okay. So, no one really notices.
Wait a minute.
In the dust.
You're not blessed, Giuseppe.
And then the ghost is going to chase after Giuseppe, moving into melee with him. All right. Hebron. The ghost is 30 feet away from you.
Now at the ripe old age of 6,037, I begin to feel the arthritis.
What race are you that you're that old?
I'm leaning
Aarakocra.
towards it being a
Custom
typo.
lineage? Yeah, I'm just screwing around. I'm actually 37.
Before or after the 10?
After.
Okay.
I get to become a wizard now!
I'm almost as old as Grim. Grim is 52.
I'm sorry, I lost track of what I was doing with the wizard joke. What?
It's your turn.
your
What do
turn.
you do?
Right, yes, my turn. I run away from the ghost.
Which direction?
Away.
Okay, so you're going directly away, which is south.
I bravely ran away.
Okay, well, 30 feet would put you 60 feet away from the ghost. Do you do anything else?
Dash.
All right. When you're about 80 feet away from the ghost, you lose sight of it.
Very cool.
Hey, he can see a river.
And I'll check. for
Yes,
the
you can see
receding
river.
hairline.
I'm sorry, say again?
I said, and then I'll check using my polished helmet for a receding hairline.
Oh yeah, it's there.
No.
Like as you're like running through the trees, you guys can just see like this like wafting bits of like his hair that was suddenly falling out, just leaving a trail in the air behind him.
Oh, that's weird. I thought that monster was only supposed to spew blood.
Anything else, Evron?
No, that's it.
River?
I will continue running. A thought occurs. How much of my bow's range can I get using a dagger instead of an arrow?
Not a lot because it's shorter than an arrow. You don't have as much draw.
What about like tying the arrow or tying the dagger to an arrow?
That'd
Or
probably
the-
work better actually. Still wouldn't go as far, maybe 100 feet tops.
Yeah, that's a heavy arrow. It's gonna drop.
Would a bolt work better out of a crossbow?
A heavy crossbow, yes, it would go probably 150 feet.
Uh,
Do you have a
alright.
heavy crossbow?
I do. I have more weapons than I need. Alright. I would like to start assembling that doohickey.
Well, pulling out all the stuff probably be your item interaction. I would say tying your like the bolt so that it can fit inside the launching slide and all that. Probably your action to get that all rigged up this turn. So next turn you can fire it.
Alright. I'm going to be running a bit further with it, but once I get to like 300, call it 400 feet from the camp, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay, so
Um,
what are you doing this turn?
So this turn I'm staying where I am and just rigging up the doohickey.
So you're not moving.
No, I need to get feline agility back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you do see, Hebron checking out his hair and his helmet, 20 feet behind you.
Mm-hmm. I thought you had more hair.
All right, Giuseppe?
I'm gonna keep running from the ghost.
Still running north?
Yeah.
Okay.
Till I run out of the ghost stops chasing me.
Well, it is going to take a swing at you, needing to make that wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
It fails.
Nope.
And Grim isn't over there, so it can't. I don't think anyone else is in melee with it at the moment.
Yep, that's exactly why I moved.
Yeah. So, you moved your 30 feet north, Giuseppe. Anything else?
No, that's it. I'm still running until something happens.
Are you dashing or?
No, I don't want to get too far ahead of it.
Okay. Ong?
All right. They're just still running. It's ran off from me.
Right, yeah, it's 30 feet north of you. Giuseppe is 60 feet north of you, so is Grim.
I'll just kind of sit here with my thoughts.
Okay. Grim?
Well, Giuseppe's neck and neck with me.
Yep.
So let's see. Sanctuary is not concentration.
Nope.
I'm concentrating on Shield of Faith. So da, 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 da. I'm just seeing if I have anything that I can actually functionally use against this thing. No, I will transfer. I'll recast Shield of Faith on Giuseppe. So when he finally does get a turn to attack, when we when we think we're far enough away, because we're kind of playing it by guess now. We know River can haul ass, but we don't actually know what River's up to.
Right, that's why I
would
haven't
say-
been telling you guys absolute distances, just your relative
Yeah.
movements.
Yeah. So
Because
we
you
have
don't have visual
roughly-
sight.
I would say we have roughly like 3, maybe 4 more turns of this Giuseppe of kiting it. And then I would say you could probably kill it. So I will cast Shield of Faith on Giuseppe, and then move 30 feet. So if I need to recast Sanctuary, I can.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
All right. Well, the ghost. Well, it's going to fly the 30 feet up to Giuseppe. And it is going to give him the pokety poke. Or not.
No, it's not.
Aha. Hey guys, the plan is working.
Hebron.
That would hit a zombie.
Random zombie staggers out of the woods. Hey guys, what's up?
Well, Hebron thinks he's probably fled far enough.
Yeah.
Mostly just. And he's going to contemplate his ability to score with the ladies, and that's about it.
River.
Don't worry, Hebron. I'm sure someone likes bald men. And then I'm going to
I'm not bald.
disappear, and I'm going to disappear into the southern tree line before the ghost or the or Hebron can pick up aggro on me.
All right. How far do you move?
Dash and fuck it, and oh shit, wait, I think if I remember right, I picked up a bunch of scrolls. I do have a scroll of Expeditious Retreat, so I'm gonna try and cast that. As a bonus action. Question. What the fuck was that noise, cat? Yeah, so scroll of Expeditious Retreat, feline agility, and then double dash south.
Okay.
And then,
So is Expeditious Retreat on your spell list normally?
it is not a ranger spell, so that's 15 plus 1 for Arcana.
You can cast first level spells normally, right?
Yes.
So it's 12. So it's 13 is the DC.
Okay.
All right, you cast it on yourself. No problem.
Wonderful. So that's 180 feet to the south.
Oh boy. Okay. You is hauling
Yeah.
ass.
I is hauling ass. That is my turn.
Okay. Giuseppe, the ghost is in melee with you.
Run away! Run away!
How far are you going?
Continue going north.
All right. Well, he's going to try to poke you.
Till they tell me it's okay.
Does an 18 beat the Sanctuary DC?
Yes, it does.
Okay, then it actually gets to make its attack roll.
Oh wow,
Mhm.
cool.
Does a 20 hit Giuseppe?
I can shield and it will not.
Remember,
Well,
you have a
Wait,
+2 from Shield
no,
of
I
Faith.
don't. Oh wait, no, I don't have shield, but I don't. I have a 22, so.
Ah, well, then it misses.
That's why I cast Shield of Faith on you.
All right, yeah. You retreat your 30 feet. It waves at you, but that shield of faith held him back. Anything else?
I'm continuing to insult it as I move back.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. The ghost looks angry at you.
Yeah.
Ong.
I just continue to fucking hang out and keep my bless up.
Okay. Grim.
I will.
Now you moved 30 feet last round, right?
Yeah. So
You're
Giuseppe
neck and
is
neck with
now-
Giuseppe.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just only moving 30. That way I can recast Sanctuary if I need to. So, does Sanctuary drop, or is it only if Giuseppe does something?
Only if Giuseppe is aggressive.
Okay. Okay, well then, yeah, I just moved the 30, and I don't really have anything I can do that's worth doing. So, yep.
Okay. So you, sorry, just to confirm, you did move the 30 or you did not?
I am moving the 30, yeah. So I'm
Okay.
staying ahead of Giuseppe, so he always moves up to me.
Yeah, that's fine. The ghost moves up and tries to take a swing at Giuseppe. Sanctuary DC?
Nope.
What is the DC?
17.
17? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he
Because I have the
fails.
buff wisdom.
Yep. Hebron, you're all alone.
Not much I can do right now. So that's all.
Okay. River.
Another double dash south. We'll be moving at 90 feet per round from here on, which should put me. Oh, that's a cat. Should put me around 300.
Okay.
No, it'd be around.
I've been keeping track, but without visual
Okay.
confirmation, you don't know how far the ghost is from you.
All right. Yeah, I'm just aiming for 400 feet from the camp and trying to math out in my head how far I've gotten. But I am just dashing.
Okay, so you just moved 90 feet.
Yes.
All right. Giuseppe.
I will. Am I far enough away from this damn thing yet?
It's in melee with
Far
you.
enough? No, I mean, are we? How far?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I would. Grim would be like, you just like do the hold his finger up, like Doctor Strange. The one more turn, one more round.
All right. I'll keep running.
I think that'll be enough because we've moved
Okay.
freaking 90 to 100 feet already, and I know River can haul ass, so he should be at least 500 away.
Why? Because I'm a tabaxi?
Yes.
One. I'll keep moving then.
Yep. So yeah, your next turn you can attack it. We should be far enough away. If not, we'll find out.
Okay. You make your move. It attempts to swing at you, fails against the sanctuary. Anything else, Giuseppe?
Yeah.
Ong?
You know.
I
Sound
don't.
like
What do you
party
do?
villain?
Yeah, is there really anything for me to do except just hang out and let you guys run away?
I mean, you could
So
kill the
I'm
ghost.
Are we ready to kill a ghost?
Unsure.
I don't know. Are we?
We're not.
Well,
so
because you haven't moved, you actually don't have line of sight to anybody at the moment.
I will then continue to sit here by myself and in my thoughts.
Okay. Grim?
Yeah, I'll move the 30, and then basically let Giuseppe know to attack it next. I think it's far enough. Kill it.
All right. The ghost moves up. I don't think a 7 will hit Giuseppe's AC.
No.
Hebron, it is your turn.
Second wind.
Doesn't help with the gray.
A man can dream.
Well, at least I still feel pretty fit.
Yeah, you tell yourself that as you're going through your midlife adventure. Anything else?
Nope.
River?
I'm going to run 30 feet, bonus action dash another 30 feet, and then fire the doohickey south as far as it can go. And hope it doesn't get stuck in a tree too soon.
Make an attack
your
roll with
cat.
it. How much does sharpshooter help with this?
It doesn't. You're not actually aiming it, you're just lobbing it as far as you can.
That's supposed to be a plus 11. So 25.
Okay. Yeah. Goes twing, and just kind of goes up through the canopy and disappears from sight.
All right. And I'm going to have to track that down later. That's it for me.
Okay, Giuseppe.
Damn.
That hits.
Oh, that hits?
That
I'm
hits.
Undead don't tend to be known for being agile, with a few exceptions.
Is anybody else in melee but me?
No.
No one else is in melee.
Well, it's undead.
19 points of magical piercing and radiant damage.
All right. Yeah, you hit it. A flash of radiant light. The ghost is gone.
All right, the next time we have to figure out what to do about that. I'm not running all over the world with these things chasing me.
Well, here's to hoping it worked. And we'll start walking back towards where the camp was.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are essentially out of initiative. Grim and Heberos are walking back towards the camp. River, Heberon, what are you guys doing?
River's gonna go find that damn knife that she just got into the forest.
Okay.
Shot it into the pile of undead. Or a pile of ghosts.
You just walk over, there's like 20 undead.
It's just
Alright.
the knife is stuck in the top of one of their heads.
Alright, new plan. We charter a boat, take us out into sea, and fire it into the middle of the ocean.
Just fucking get rid of it.
Fuck this thing, we're out.
Now fuck this thing. It's out.
All right, River, give me an investigation check as you begin trying to find your dagger.
Yeah, investigate. Because this isn't a forest, would survival work?
Sure.
Well, that's marginally better. 23.
Okay, yeah, you start looking and looking and looking. You do eventually find it. It looks like it came free of that wrapping you guys had around it. The knife having embedded itself up to the hilt in the skull of what appears to be a gigantic constrictor snake. It is laying dead on the jungle floor.
How big is this giant constrictor snake? Like size large, huge?
Slice huge.
I don't suppose my Drake and I can haul this thing back to camp, can we?
What's your push drag lift and what's the Drake's push drag lift?
360 with like 180 free, and what is the Drake's? I'm just gonna change mine because it'll actually calculate mine. And 480 on the Drake.
Yes, you guys are physically able to, if you work together, to drag this along.
All right, I will. I assume the sheath for the knife fell somewhere in the area, so I'm gonna find that. Just gonna try and wrap like a canvas cloth around the hilt and hold it through that, and hope I don't like freeze my hand off or something. Resheath the knife and start bringing the knife and the snake back to camp.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah.
26.
Yeah, you see the sheath. It's about 30 feet to the north of this. It looks like the wrapping you had around it, so you didn't have to touch the knife, fell off first. You didn't find that, and then it like caught some tree branch, started spinning, and just caught like a V groove in like in a branch, just right to unsheath the dagger as it kept going, and then eventually you hit the snake. 1 in a million shot.
Don't get cocky, kid. All right. Yeah, I'll re-secure the knife in the sheath in canvas wrapping and
So that you don't
start
touch it.
hauling the. Not with my bare hands.
Yeah.
We've seen where that goes, and it's not pleasant.
Okay. Yeah, and you and your Draker at half speed, but you're able to slowly drag everything towards where the party was, picking up Hebron along the way and beating the party where Ung was at the initial site of the conflict. It takes you about 10 minutes to drag this snake through the jungle. It is a heavy, burdensome thing to drag.
And we're leaving, I assume, a very big trail.
Yes. But eventually you all get back together.
What time is it? Like midday? Or it is.
It is late morning. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning.
All right. Hey guys, I got lunch. And I will return the knife to Grim because he was the original caretaker of it.
All right.
I lost the original wrapping, so you can have that whole square yard of canvas around it.
Oh, that's fine. I'll just transfer it to some new wrappings, smaller and easier to carry.
What's smaller and easier to carry than one of 10 square yards of canvas? Aside
Few
from
square
just about
inches of
anything.
leather.
No, that's preposterous.
Well, they both provide the same waterproofing. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I wrap it back up in some leather. Being careful not to touch it.
Okay, yeah, not a problem.
Actually, when on cast identify on it, did it tell him how many ghosts were active in it?
It did not.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so there's no way to actually see if there's anything inside of it. Because we still technically don't know.
Well, nothing we have the means to do right now. Legend
Yeah.
Lore might.
So, south we head.
Okay. So you keep heading south, following the coast. So you would know that if you keep following the coast this way, the edge, like 6 miles or so towards the coast area, is really more of a swamp than true jungle. You know, it's a lot waterier on this southern area. Are you following hard to the coast where you're like walking in the swamp, or just following again that swamp jungle boundary?
Probably the swamp jungle boundary where it's easier to walk and navigate.
Okay.
Oh, also, I completely forgot River brought that snake back. Yeah, we'll spend some time processing that too. Cutting it up, cooking it. Making rations out of it.
Sure. Yeah, so you guys start cutting it up, skinning it, processing it. Go ahead and give me a survival check as you do so.
Someone's got higher than my plus.
Yeah, I'm
Go
highest.
ahead. I'll help with this.
19 for our processing fee.
Yeah, so you get about 28 rations worth of, meat and products out of this. You do get a bit of a scare towards the end, though, when the tail starts kind of whipping about as if it's still alive. Though it quickly becomes deceased and stops moving.
In death curse. How much skin were we able to salvage? Snake skin's worth a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's... let's see, it was a huge creature. You roll all that up. Probably 20 pounds of snakeskin.
All right. Giuseppe or Hebron, do you have that much carrying capacity?
No.
Alright.
I'm capped.
Yeah. Giuseppe? Mister?
What?
Do you have 20 pounds open?
Yeah.
All right. You want to add 20 pounds of giant constrictor snake skin? Or river? Were you saying you wanted?
I was gonna say my Drake got that easy, but
Oh, okay.
just put a little backpack on him. I brought a spare.
Turn the Drake into a pack mule. He's very unhappy about this.
So does everybody get 20 pounds?
No, we just have one 20-pound unit of snake skin. But I didn't know who had carrying capacity. Because, yeah, I'm capped. Hebron's capped. So.
So who is helping Grim with that?
I will.
River.
All right. So Giuseppe, Hebron, and Ang, it does take him an hour to do that. You guys would get a short rest. Unless you're doing something strenuous during that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hebron, do you want some more heals too?
I could use one.
All right. Well, I haven't used any second levels, so I'll just upcast one.
Hebron's going to meticulously make sure that there are no loose hairs on his head anymore. That way it doesn't start itching when he puts the helmet back on.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I don't have that.
that just feels horrible to picture. You put the helmet back on and then you start getting like that, after haircut there's hair under your shirt type feel.
Yeah, that's usually why I take a shower after I get my hair cut.
Exactly.
So yeah, that'll just be a upcast cure wounds. So that is the wrong. It is the wrong thing to hit shift on. So another 15. Hey, at least it didn't cap screw your negative max with that hit. That would have sucked.
It didn't really hit my my maximum hit points. It just kind of rated my time to maximum age.
All right. So yeah, we made up some rations.
In the end, both of us will be dying sooner than we thought.
And then River, you got the 20 pounds of snakeskin?
Drake does, yeah.
Okie doke. Now we march.
Okay. You continue marching. The rest of the day passes without incident as night falls.
For the last hour, I'd like to have pass without trace off, so we're not leaving a trail for that.
Okay.
And I changed one of my prepared spells. So once we get to camp, I am going to spend an hour ritually casting Ceremony to consecrate the ground we're sleeping on. I think I can do that.
That was ceremony?
Can I do that with ceremony?
That's
No?
not one of the ceremony options. You're thinking of the spell Hallow.
Hallow, okay.
Slightly more powerful at fifth level.
Ceremony is to make holy water or to do something to a person that does like atonement, coming of age, dedication, funeral rites, weddings.
Oh, okay. Yep. Then I didn't change up my spell list. Disregard. 'cause
As
I know I'm
flavorful as it is, ceremony is actually pretty bad of a spell.
Yeah. Other than the wedding, because you can cheese that.
Yeah, but it requires you to till death do you part like every week.
No,
It gets expensive with all the diamonds.
not if you have a creation bard.
The creation bard with ceremony. Oh my god.
Well,
Hey,
I mean, if
gonna
you
be
want to get
married. You
really
gonna be married.
technical, if you want to get really technical, marriage for most classes of people for a good chunk of history was a relatively cheap process. Most of the goods were economic rather than like sheer wealth flaunting like a diamond would be.
Anyway,
No, I think there's something on this.
so pass without trace. We get to camp. Start making camp.
Mm-hmm.
I will be at my computer for a second to camouflage.
Sure, and you should be making that camouflage roll.
Wanty 5.
Okay. So, you're sitting there in your camp. It's about third watch in the night. And you hear what sounds like a roll of distant thunder. And then it gets closer. Now, I believe it's Giuseppe and Ang on third watch.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys hear like a boom of distant thunder. A few seconds later, another one. And another one. And you notice it sounds like it's getting closer.
You guys alive?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you guys do anything?
How close is the sound?
Make an insight check.
Sights. Ooh. Guidance myself.
Sounds like it's about like 300 feet away or so.
All right. If it gets within 50, I'll wake the party. Or 100, I'll wake the party.
Okay. Yeah, it keeps getting closer. Eventually, you're pretty sure it's within 100 feet.
Hey guys, this is getting closer.
Oh, how far away is that?
About 100 feet.
I pulled a
did you
sword
know?
out. Under?
Mm-hmm.
You said about 100 feet away?
Yeah.
How far does our light extend?
Campfire?
Yeah.
Probably about 60 feet in all directions, like 30 feet of bright, 30 dim.
All right, and if I use a sling and an alchemist fire, how far out can I get that?
A sling and an out. What's the normal range on a sling?
30 regular, 120 long.
Thank you, Sleuth.
Yeah. So you could probably do a 10 regular and 50 long. Just the awkward shape, the fact it's bigger and heavier than what the sling was designed for.
What are you trying to do, Gilbert?
Well, I got this feeling that if we throw a source of illumination over in that direction, we're going to very faintly see something at the edge of the light we don't want to see.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
River, grab your bow.
I mean, if you don't want to see something, then just don't throw light there.
There's going to be some kind of fucking carnosaur over there.
River, grab your bow.
Yeah. All right. I'll
Touch
grab my
arrow,
bow.
cast light.
I'll shoot like, what's like 20 and 20?
Yeah, 2020.
I'll shoot the light like 100 feet out towards where the lighting was.
All right. So your light goes out there, illuminating this rather large creature, which immediately tracks that light down to the ground, 5 feet away from it, before looking up at you and letting out a rather tremendous roar.
Oh.
You guys should roll initiative.
I love how we're all just sitting around the campfire. I wonder what it is. Just completely casual about it.
Would be completely casual. Hepron's sitting over here like, oh no, this the genres, man.
The snappiness is there.
I think my great grandfather wrote something about shit like this.
Mister, you gonna roll initiative?
Yeah.
All right, River. Well, what do you do?
I will get more arrows and let's go gambling. That's not the right roll. 17 and 11 to hit sharpshooter shots.
17 hits.
Make it my favorite foe. What's the range on that? Favorite foe. When I hit a creature with an attack roll, no range mentioned. Alright. 19 non-magical piercing.
All right, yeah, the arrow hits it. Looks like it's sunk in and did some damage. Anything else?
Then I'm gonna stick the Drake on it, and the Drake is gonna run its. Actually, I'm gonna. Can I item interaction take the Drake's backpack off before I stick it on the Drake?
Well, I assume when you guys are sleeping, you're not sleeping with your backpacks on.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna stick the Drake on the Thunder Lizard.
Okay. How far can your Drake move?
40 feet normally.
Okay.
So it'll dash and get out to 80.
Yeah, so it puts you 20 feet away from this guy. Anything else?
No, my Drake's got this. We can all go back to sleep.
Okay. Grim?
100 feet out, eh?
Yes, illuminated from the side by that arrow with light cast on it.
Well, haven't got to use it yet. I can cast it far enough away. What the hell? Why not? I cast slow. Whiz save. Target an area outside of the Drake, but within the encompassing
Sure.
T-Rex.
It's multi-target. It's not an AoE. You pick the creatures you
Oh,
want to
okay,
attack.
okay. Yeah, I don't use this one. Yeah, he is not moving the hottest.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't have eaten that Brontosaurus.
Yeah. Yeah, he shouldn't have. Anything else?
Nope. I really need a bonus action cantrip.
All right. Ong?
He's 100 feet.
Yes.
What's my 100-foot spell? That's 90 feet. Freaking magic missile level 2.
Okay. They strike it unerringly. Roll damage.
You can also just take 10 steps closer to it.
I could, but I didn't want to.
There.
17 force damage.
Okay. Yeah, that hurt it. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Hebron?
Okay. What's its distance to me?
100 feet.
Okay. So, I have a question.
Okay.
How big is a steel mirror?
Typically like hand size, like this palm of your hand.
Okay. Never mind on that. So, does this look undead?
That is a very good question. Make a perception check.
I'm just picturing the line of questions for the steel mirror and just picturing all the wild animals that have never seen their reflection before. Just, I want to make a really big steel mirror, as big as the T-Rex. Hear it with itself.
And let me double check if I have any Battle Master dice that can assist me in this. Okay, not on perception.
It doesn't appear to have any rotting flesh or, in fact, it doesn't appear to be injured in any way. Well, except for the injuries you've inflicted on it. Your party, anyway.
All right. So what I will do is... sorry, you said it was how far away?
100 feet.
100 feet. Okay.
Yes.
Here is what I am going to do. I'm going to pull out my X-Lax berries. And shall hold on to a big ol' handful of that stuff. At this point, it's probably maybe a little jelly-like. I'm gonna get ready to pitch it into the back of its mouth. I'm charging at us, mouth open. If I die, it's getting the shits.
All right.
You don't have to kill the other person if you can make them regret killing you.
Exactly.
Giuseppe?
I am laughing.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out my current position.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done, Hebron.
No,
All right.
I'll hold my current position, get ready to pitch it into its mouth.
All right. Giuseppe?
So what's the thing doing?
Well, it had just let out a big roar when it realized light, movement. There's food over there. And it's illuminated from the side by that lit arrow, showing this big T-Rex 100 feet away from the party. The Drake ran out, I think. Sorry, River, you said it was 80 feet it ran?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
T-Rex.
Uh huh.
Okay, so I'm going to. Are we attacking this thing or no? Because I could shoot it with a bow, but I don't want it to like shoot with a bow and it look at me like.
Oh
And
yeah, no.
How
I
about-
mean,
you
we're going to kill it.
Yeah, I mean,
How
you've already
about
shot
that,
it.
sir?
You guys have already shot it
I'll
with a
try.
bow and magic missiles.
Okay, good. Then I'll try to shoot it with
The ghost was
Roll
the
to
only
hit.
edge case.
a bow. Okay, good.
Yeah, it'd
We're
really
killing
suck if
everything
a
else.
ghost showed up now.
Rolled a 1 on the D10 and he wasn't far enough away.
Possesses Duodecius, instantly gets eaten.
A 12 does not hit the T-Rex.
And
Ooh.
then I am done.
Okay. The T-Rex is somewhat slow. Well, it still gets half his movement, so it's going to move up and try to bite the Drake. Get a little appetizer going.
Oh yeah, it did that. And it was slowed.
21, I think, hits the Drake, yes?
Just by a little bit.
The
Yeah.
Drake takes 44 points of piercing damage.
Whew.
Is the Drake still among it?
No, it poofs.
Yeah, it poofs. Kind of like clenches its teeth a bit and looks around as if in confusion of where its meal went. Like, what the fuck?
Confusion's a wisdom save.
Does an 18 pass the slow DC?
Yes.
Fuck.
It just levels its gaze at the party.
And now it's mad.
Yes, now it's angry T-Rex. River?
Didn't think it would pass it that fast. It only had a 1.
River?
I am gonna go gambling again, because it always works out for me, haha. 1917.
2 hits.
54, 44. And
Alright, yeah, looks like it's hurt. It's bellowing roars echoing through the night. Anything else?
I'm gonna move my 30 feet away from this thing.
Okay, you back up 30 feet.
And that's gonna be it for me.
Okay, Grim?
Well. Also, I just want to check because I a bit zoned out still. Hate being sick. This is still on the same day that we fought the ghost, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking that. Yeah, because then my spells don't.
You have
Okay,
not
okay,
finished long
okay.
rest.
Yep. And it's 80 away because it
75.
75. Okay.
It basically ate the Drake on the move. It went poof, and it just kept coming, roaring the whole time in anger.
What could it possibly be angry about?
Okay. Then I will just do. Next. So. Yeah, I will back up 30 feet,
Okay.
moving away from it, and then cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level on it.
What's the range of Guiding Bolt?
120.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 90.
Yeah, that's yeah. It's one of my longest
Yep.
ranged actual
Well,
attack spells.
roll to hit then. Miss.
That's it for me.
Ong,
Uh, um, how far is it now?
75.
Well then, fucking magic missile again.
Okay. Strikes unerringly.
And then I move out of the way.
So not back, but perpendicular to its line of motion?
Yes. Yay.
Okay. How far do you
Um. Where's the closest tree to my right?
go? About 80 feet away.
What's to my left?
Another 80 feet. You guys generally set up your camp so that you can see what's coming at you. If you set up right next to trees, that makes it real easy for things like annoying monkeys to sneak up and steal your shit.
That's fair.
Or party
Alright,
members.
Well, then I'm just going to do just go my 30 feet of movement speed to the right.
Okay. Yeah. You start moving to the right. Hebron?
How close to the tree line are we?
It is 80 feet from the camp to the tree line in this position.
How tall are the trees compared to this thing?
Well, I guess it depends. When it's moving forward and it's like leveled itself out, balancing with the tail, it's only like maybe half as tall as the trees. But when that arrow came down and you could see it, like when it was, in like a walking pose with it back kind of more vertically up, it was maybe 80% of the average tree height. Just like its head was scraping the bottom of the canopy.
Okay, so if we need to, the trees could be a safe bet.
The tops of the trees would be a safe bet.
Yeah. Hell, the trees in general might help us. So distance to me?
75.
Okay, yeah, that they can obliterate me in one shot. I'll pull out the grappling hook and dash action towards the tree line.
Okay. Left, right, or back?
Which area looks like it has the best trees?
Make a nature check. Going back into the right. Those trees definitely look the best.
My sources, trust me, bro.
Okay. I will dash action in that direction.
All right. Put you 20 feet from the tree line. Anything else?
Hmm. Well, no, I might need to save action surge. So, yeah, that's all I'll do.
Okay. Giuseppe.
Distance.
75 feet.
Believe I'll shoot it again.
Roll to hit. Hit.
Well, shit. 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, this thing is going to let out a bellowing roar, and it dashes forward. Just boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Who... It isn't going to go for Giuseppe because he smells like rotting meat for some reason. Who's going to go for? He's going for
Well-
Grim.
So probably won't go for Hebron either.
Wait. Grim, who moved 30 feet back?
Yeah, it is just overrunning the position of Giuseppe, which will provoke an attack of opportunity from you, Giuseppe. It's going for the thing that doesn't smell like rotting meat that it could see. As Giuseppe hit it as it moves past you.
Anybody else in melee with it besides me when it runs past me?
No, the rest of your party has run away from you from the initial position.
Nine points of magical radiant piercing.
Okay, well, that is enough to bloody it as it roars past you. And it is going to run and kind of put itself like right on top of River. But it had to take the dash action to do this. So yes, with the dash action, it can move 100 feet.
Interesting.
Say again?
Interesting.
Yeah. I believe this also means it's in melee with River as well. Because it is a huge creature. But that is all it can do on its turn. River?
You know, this will be a disadvantage, but it hasn't failed me yet. Let's go gambling.
Okay.
Famous last words.
Oh, you below 1. $15 and $21.
Well, the 21 hits. The 15 also hits.
10 plus D4. 46.
Damn. Alright, yeah, you just like blow like chunks of it out as it's just in like point blank range. Lets out pained roars. Hurts your ears, it's so loud. Anything else?
Do I want to run or do I want... let's continue gambling. We're going to stay in melee with it.
Okay. Grim. Grim.
It's in melee with me.
It is.
I see. Hmm. Well, I am kind of running out of spells and options, and it seems to want to eat me. So, we're going to play the cleric that's hard to get. I cast Sanctuary on myself, and as an action, I dodge.
Okay.
The cleric
Oh,
who's hard to
boy.
hit.
I'm pulling aggro now, I guess.
I mean, I do have an AC of 18. I am actually relatively hard to hit already as a cleric.
I'll get our evac ready.
Ong.
Okay, now where's it?
It is 50 feet from you. It basically ran through your old position, perpendicular to you, and it looks like it's bearing down on Grim. Though it does appear to be kind of pissed at River after he got shot in the side like that.
How's it looking?
It is bloodied.
It is bloody. A chromatic orb.
Rolled a hit.
Level 2.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
13 hits.
That's good because it's big. And let's make this freaking fire damage. No, acid.
Okay. You shoot it with acid. The T-Rex begins tripping balls.
It gets only angrier.
All right, yeah, that hurt it.
All right, another 30 feet to my right.
Okay. Yeah, you run towards the trees. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Hebron?
30 feet to the trees.
Uh-huh.
And swing the grappling. Actually, how dense are the trees near where I'm at now?
So as you look around, you realize that the trees actually aren't all that dense here. It's mostly big bushes. But there is one tree.
Heberon just narrows his eyes. Damn it. Okay, where are the good trees?
Nature check. Over by Grimmin River. And the T-Rex.
How far to that?
From your position to them, current after moving the 30 feet would put you 20 feet away. So you were kind of moving like parallel to their location, but like slightly angled away.
Okay, I run 30 feet that way and dodge.
So you're jumping into melee with River and Grim as well. And dodging. Do I have that correct?
That puts me in the melee with the T-Rex too, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm confirming.
I don't have much in the way of choices.
I'm just hearing bits and pieces of Gilbert looking for a tree to hook onto with his grappling hook, and all I can think of is this fucking feed.
If absolutely needed, yes. Fucking love Bollywood. It's so dumb.
It's great. We're just going to ignore fall damage for that. Anyway. Alright, you run in there. Giuseppe?
Distance. I'm going after it again.
15 feet.
Ooh, 15
Behind
feet.
you.
I can switch weapons. Good. I'm gonna try to hit it again.
Alright, roll to hit as you run up behind it. Hit.
Is anybody else in melee with it?
Yes, 3 people.
– 17 points of magical radiant damage.
Alright, it is looking to be near death.
And that is my last fight. I am done.
Okay. This guy. River, your time has come as it just turns around and makes a quick bite at you.
I'm in danger.
24 hit.
Just a little bit.
It it bites down on you for 46 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
You are also grappled and restrained in its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still alive?
Alive, yes.
Conscious?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
It is then going to attempt to use its tail to strike at Grim. So here's its wisdom save.
No.
It fails. Instead, it redirects it at the paladin. Does a 24 hit Giuseppe?
Yes.
The tail strikes you for 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy fuck.
That is it for its turn. River, death save.
With that negative 11, that 27 would have knocked me.
Hey,
Oof.
that's not good.
2 fails. Grim.
River, no.
Guess this thing
Can
is
I
really bad.
see River?
Yes, he's being held in its mouth.
Okay. Mm, Well, I'm going to bonus action healing word at 2nd level. So River, 11 HP.
All right, River, you wake up in this thing's mouth, teeth like going through you. This hurts like hell. You are awake with 11 hit points and a level of exhaustion. You are still grappled and restrained. Anything else on your turn, Grim?
I am going to action disengage
Okay.
and move 30 feet towards the tree line.
Okay. Yeah, you step back the remaining, like, let's see, you were only 30 feet there, so, yeah. Yeah, it would only be like 10 feet to get into the trees from here.
I go the full 30.
Okay, running into the trees away from the T-Rex.
As long as I can still see it, I can still pop Sacred Flames at it, but I literally don't have any damage capability right now, so...
Okay, yeah, you still see it. Anything else?
Yep, that's it for me.
All right, Ong.
He's back up. How far is it now? I went to the right a little bit, so...
Yeah, let's see, it was 50 before you went to the right. It'd be about 80 feet from you.
Okay. Firebolt.
Rolled it. Good hit. Anything else? It's still near death.
Fuck it, I'm gonna spend a sorcery point and shoot another one at it. Or do I have to do it at the same time?
Huh?
Can I spend a sorcery point and hit it again, or are you gonna make me do it at the same time?
How are you hitting it again with a sorcery point?
Because it's a single spell attack, and I have...
Are you
You
twin
can't
spelling?
twinned on the same target.
Yeah, that's not how twin spell works.
Twin
Okay,
requires you
then
to pick a
never-
second target for the other
Second target. Sorry, my bad. Alright,
You
then
can
no, I'm
shoot
done.
River.
I'm good.
All
You
right.
sure?
Anything else?
You might roll a nat
That's it.
1.
Was that it, Ong?
That's it.
All right. Hebron, you're in melee with the T-Rex. Tree next to you.
What kind of resources to toss the X-Lax berries up to River?
It's an attack. Oh, to toss them to River and not into its mouth?
Yeah, to River.
Just an item interaction.
I toss the X-Lax berries up to River.
All right. River, do you grab them?
Yeah, how fast working are these things?
If you die, just know you'll give it the worst shits of its life.
What do you mean, if?
Also, maybe they taste nasty. I'm grabbing at straws here.
I can
Anything else
one
on
up
your
you.
turn?
I'll grab at knives.
Action. Hmm. Under.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is this thing's neck right now?
Right now, its neck is about 15 feet off the ground.
Okay. Just hypothetical. Hypothetical here. Entirely hypothetical. What would be involved in, say, throwing the grappling hook over so it tether balls around its neck, creating like effectively a leash on this thing?
An attack roll versus this acrobatics.
Fuck it. Let's fucking do it.
Okay. Well, make your attack roll with the grappling hook, which I believe is just a dex check. Unless you're proficient in it. Alright, here's its acrobatics. It wraps around, kind of leaving you with a length of rope around its neck.
I scurry up.
The rope?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have a climb speed, right?
I do not.
Alright. So you kind of climb up to its neck.
How do you have a GIF ready for that?
How do you not?
Anything else, Hebron?
Hmm. Can I use my other attack to sort of secure the rope better as I'm kind of hanging from the underside of its neck?
Yes.
All right, I secure it as well as I can.
Mm-hmm. Which is a good thing. So that way any sudden motion isn't going to like throw you off.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Giuseppe.
Actually,
Oh, sorry.
action surge. Action surge. I dash up on up the side onto the back of its neck.
Okay, yeah. Now you just pull yourself right up there, kind of straddling it like, a really, really big mechanical bull.
I didn't find the one that I wanted, but I did find this one.
Right. Anything else, Hebron?
No, that's all I got.
All right, Giuseppe.
All right. I guess I'm gonna hit it again.
All right. Roll to hit.
Anybody else in melee with it?
Yes.
$13 points of magical piercing damage.
All right. Yeah. You stab it right in that, like, hindquarters, upper thigh area. It kind of squeaks a bit as it rolls onto its side and expires,
Oh,
releasing. It's dead. It was near death when you did your thing.
I didn't realize we fucked it up that much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's about to turn undead. Good thing I'm here.
I just smack with a bunch of radiant damage.
Anything else, Giuseppe? Giuseppe? Anything else?
no, good.
Okay. Let's see, DM at 8 is dead. And then at 0, having released River, so River, you're prone on the ground right now. Hebron, you feel the muscles twitch under you as this unbreathing, no longer roaring T-Rex stands up in eerie silence.
And I'm just gonna stand up here and ride it.
And then it is going to whip around, and it is going to try and bite the paladin. Does a 25 hit Giuseppe?
Well, yeah.
Okay. It bites you for 36 points of piercing damage,
I'm unconscious.
and grappled and restrained in its mouth. That is all it can... No, actually. It sees more living people over there. As it begins going... It's kind of swaying back and forth under you, Hebron, almost like it's drunk. As it waddles the 40... or 20 feet, actually, is all it can go. Putting it a little bit closer to Ankh. River?
I'm gonna sort of scramble away and get my bow, stand up, and shoot this thing.
Okay.
And sharpshooter, let's go gambling with other people's lives this time.
That one shoots Hebron.
Yeah, just nails
that
Hebron. No, those both hit the T-Rex.
I went unconscious. That stops, so I have to favorite foe again. That works at concentration. 40 damage. That is my turn.
All right. Yeah, as those arrows hit it, and with a final gurgle, it just face plants down right on the ground. Hebron has stopped himself from being thrown over the top of the head. And then it disappears.
What?
You fall to the ground.
Fuck. That was undead.
It's
Oh.
in the knife.
This will be interesting.
Fuck!
Alright, I have a plan. Let's just bury the knife.
No, we can deal with it.
Yeah, but if we bury it, we don't have to keep dealing with everything we fight coming back as undead, then dying within 500 feet of the knife.
Fuck!
How fast can your Drake move?
My Drake?
Yeah,
Marginally faster than I can.
I'd say put the knife in the Drake's pack, and as soon as we get in combat, have the Drake fuck off.
Because the T-Rex is still in melee range with us.
Well, we should be able to kill it. Because we'll have to wait, how fast can the Drake move? 80?
I
40,
feel like this
80
isn't
with
a
the
matter
dash.
of we should be able to kill it, because this thing is going to spawn in at a bad time.
No. It'll
We
probably
will-
spawn in the middle of a night watch again.
It could. It could also spawn at any other time. Oh man, it's really good that we finally defeated Raz Nasi and we've burned through all our resources. Giant undead dinosaur. You know that'll happen.
Are we still in initiative?
No, you're out of initiative. The dinosaur has disappeared.
Okay.
It's in the knife.
We just have to be more mindful of the knife. I think that's the biggest issue here.
Can I get a heal?
That's why I was saying probably in future case, have the Drake take it and fuck off, because then you can stay and fight. And then, like, anytime we come, encounter undead.
Yeah, I'm going to have the Drake tail us like 60 feet back as we
Oh yeah, that's true too, because it can only come within 10 feet of the knife. Then we'll have a little bit more of a prep time. I mean,
should-
we do have
make it-
2 whole months. We could spend a few days of downtime to intentionally force it. But we're pretty close to end of session, so.
Can I
make
get
it
a heal?
75 feet.
Because we know it moves, because it was moving slower than the actual dinosaur. It was, I think,
That's because it had
understood.
to stand up.
Yeah,
Can I get a heal?
you need heals.
I am unconscious. I've been saying this.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you
shit.
are.
I'm sorry. I forgot you went unconscious.
Oh shit, he died!
Scroll of cure wounds, so it would just be 1 round.
Okay.
When it fell, I'd be like right there. I could just healing potion his ass.
Sorry about that, mister.
It's all right. That's all right. That's why I kept asking. I was like, I'll figure they'll get to it eventually. The last one I'm doing, and I'll be like,
17 for
"I'm
you.
dead."
Just
He's
saying,
just
sorry.
bleeding out
I
of the ground.
completely forgot he went down too, because we're like just mentally
No, we're all
preparing
talking about the
ourselves for the
dagger
dinosaur
over
in
there.
the
Yeah.
dagger.
Yeah,
Yeah, y'all are all talking about the
we're all
dagger.
like crouched over him with like a health potion, a med kit, and a healing scroll, and we get completely sidetracked talking about the knife. His
I
survival
feel like we were supposed to
hanging
be
in the
doing
balance.
something. Yeah, I will resummon the Drake and give the knife to the Drake. Oh shit, the Drake also has the snake skin.
It's fine.
It's gonna get 8.
You gonna get it?
So you guys continuing your long rest, or you got more stuff you want to do before that?
Yeah, I guess we'll finish the long rest.
Okay. The rest of the night passes without incident. Morning comes. You've all had a long rest. Those of you that were affected with the less max HP that has finished, and you are back to your normal. And as the morning comes, this hot, rainy day, that is where we will call it this evening.